yourself.
Hey, everybody, it's another episode of Go Flix Yourself. My name is Ben Conowitz, and with me, as always, is the Keds to my Air Jordans, Brad Oman.
Hey, that's me. I'm reliable.
Keds are known as being reliable.
When's the last time you saw kids out of work?
That's not okay. And the Reebok Pump basketball shoe to my Air Jordan, Nate Laux.
Which celebrity basketball player had Reeboks? Anybody?
This is not the time for this.
I just
And
wanted to know. Did
the
anybody?
Converse All-Stars to my Air Jordans, the ever-reliable classic
Starberry.
Alex Pappas.
That's the shoe that Will Smith wears in iRobot to prove that he's cooler than people who like robots.
I don't understand why I got such a bad shoe.
Yeah, because
You always get the worst
you
thing.
get the worst thing.
You couldn't even give me Adidas?
No, because Adidas are great.
You couldn't even give me, like, I don't
You're
know.
Keds, and you need to love it. What were you saying, Brett?
Fucking
Nate?
Fila?
Now we get into this. Now you can start talking. But when I do the introductions, we don't have a full conversation.
I say the things that I'm feeling at the time. This is a thing I'm learning in therapy. And I wanted to know, like, which celebrity, like, what famous basketball players had Reeboks? Anybody?
I think
Shaq.
Didn't Charles Barkley do Reebok as well?
Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, Shaq did.
Mm-hmm. Anybody
Reeboks.
else?
Charles Barkley, right?
That's what I just said.
Yeah, but you don't matter.
I think in conjunction with Shaq, probably Anthony Hardaway.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of famous
Allen Iverson, too.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Sean Kemp.
of course.
Oh, okay.
The Rain Man himself.
D. Brown. Do you remember D. Brown?
He was a very short person that played basketball, I believe.
D. Brown did?
That's
How tall was he? He was 6 foot. I mean, he was now Muggsy Bogues.
Yeah, but 6 foot to be in the NBA, that's pretty.
He was a
that's pretty
very short person.
He was a very short person.
Yeah. He was the slam dunk champion in 1991, the golden years of basketball.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming to Dunking Your Balls with Nate and Ben.
Did you
Back
guys?
when Grandmama had the commercials, was Larry Johnson sponsored by Reebok? And the Grandmama, or was that
no,
Nike?
I feel like that would be
What
like
podcast is this?
something else. Who?
You know what? We're just friends having a good time over here.
Who's having a good time? I didn't ask for this nonsense.
Anyway,
Did
shut
you
up, Keds.
Did you guys have a starter jacket?
Fuck yeah, I had a starter
Yeah, of course, I had
jacket.
a starter jacket.
Toronto Raptors.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Toronto Raptors were around when I was a kid.
Great colors.
they were.
When I was in
Yeah.
8th grade, they were pretty.
An
I thought
expansion team in 1992.
Yep,
Yeah,
along with
great
the
colors.
Vancouver Grizzlies.
No, the Memphis Grizzlies.
No, when they came
they
out,
were
they were Vancouver.
Yeah.
I
He
said-
got you. He got you on a sports point.
I literally
he
said
got you on a sports
I
point.
literally said the Memphis Grizzlies now.
No, you didn't. You just said the Memphis Grizzlies.
Play it back. Play
no,
it back.
No, there's no point. By the way, Larry Johnson had Converse.
Oh.
Grandmama wore Converse.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. He had launched the Aero Jam Energy Wave.
Also
So this
famously
is
hated
a basketball
robots.
podcast where we talk about basketball movies and basketball-related trailers.
That would be fun. Talking
Air
about
Bud.
watching our favorite basketball movies.
He got
Blue
game.
I told you I watched Hoosiers the other day.
Eddie.
It was
Sixth
great.
Man.
There you go.
Hustle.
Yeah, in the 90s, there was some
Slam
great
Dunk Ernest.
basketball movies.
The Ref. No, that's
what
not
was
about
what was the one with
My
Your
Giant
Your
is
Game
what you're
Your Son.
thinking
Yeah,
of.
that's
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah. My Giants with
Yes.
Billy Crystal. The Air Up There
Mm-hmm. Yes.
with Kevin Bacon.
Yes, that's a good point.
Of course, we know and love Air Bud. Also,
Our listeners don't know this, but we do have a poster of Air Bud.
Trust me, our listeners know that we have a poster.
They
of
forget
everybody.
these things, details.
also, Forget Paris.
Yes, although that's more of a.
Billy Crystal. No, he's a ref in the NBA.
I know, but it's not really about basketball.
Shut up. It is.
No,
There's some basketball in there.
not really about basketball though.
Also,
Space Jam.
a little movie called Space Jam and then Space Jam Legacy. Is that what it's called?
A New Legacy.
A New Legacy.
Algae Rhythm.
Hustle, who just came out with
Sure.
Adam Sandler.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that was right.
I liked that movie a lot.
Did you?
I did.
Basketball Man and the B-Boys.
Basketball Man and the B-Boys.
Did you guys
That
name
was
White
not-
Man Can't Jump or no?
That's
Oh,
not an
no,
NBA
we-
game.
we didn't,
We're talking about NBA basketball movies, not just basketball
like-
movies in general.
I remember setting that rule, but
I know. That's like not a rule that we made. That you're making that up right now.
Well, again, play the tape.
So
You guys
Blue
are-
Chips doesn't count then.
No.
oh, that's
I already
exciting.
sold Blue Chip though, so I think it does count. 'Cause
I mean,
said it.
Shaquille O'Neal was in it, so I guess
So is Anthony Hardaway?
he was.
Did you guys see Uncle Drew?
No.
No.
I like it.
Actually, I heard it wasn't that bad.
I liked Uncle Drew.
I stopped caring about basketball, and I just didn't care about that character.
What year do you think you stopped caring about basketball?
Ooh,
No one cares. So this is a movie podcast, believe it or not. We talk about the latest movies we've seen. We're going to talk about some trailers. It's been about 3 weeks.
It's been way too long. And
we haven't recorded in a while, and so we're going to take our time.
Let the listeners determine if it's been too long or not.
The listeners have been nothing but complaining. We already had people they're like, oh, but we got a episode of the 10 to 1 podcast back. We don't get any Go Fix Yourself.
Well, you can hear my voice. I canceled the Go Fix Yourself last time after we recorded the 10 to 1 because I was sick. I literally pulled the plug on the podcast.
Yeah, and then he stayed sick.
And so I could not attend the world premiere at the Toronto International Film Festival of a movie called Saturday Night, which is a movie about Saturday Night Live and the first episode that ever aired. And I bought a hotel and flight, and Brad and I were going to go up there, and I was sick, and I stayed home and didn't do any of that, and it was very sad. Everybody pity party Ben.
I mean, it was a real bummer. It was weird being there and not having you there. So,
did you get to spread out in the bed though?
Oh, I spread out in the bed hard.
Was the plan you were going to share a bed if Ben was there?
Do you think they're going to go and get separate beds, Alex?
Yeah,
I got him his own hotel room, and I got my
Ben's,
and then I didn't stay in mine because I was in LaPorte, Indiana.
Why would you choose the hotel rooms?
Because there's two of us.
So
we're big belly boys.
We're grown men.
When you and Ashley go to a hotel, you don't share the same hotel room?
I don't cuddle with Brad in the middle of the night.
Not?
Well, not with that attitude.
You might have in Canada.
Have you tried? Have you ever tried?
We're not in college anymore. Oh, hey, everybody! I'll sleep in the bathtub. You sleep on the floor, and you sleep in the you and Ronnie in the one double bed.
Yeah, that's why we share the bed.
You and Christopher in the other double.
I'm not saying
we're not
you
in
have to sleep on
college
the
anymore.
floor. Just sleep on the same bed.
It was a big king size bed for snuggles.
Yeah. Have you ever tried to snuggle with Brad?
Yeah.
I'm just so sick of not talking to other adults.
I'm such a tender spoon.
He is.
Here's
the thing about Brad. This is what I love about Brad. Is there's a lot to love about Brad. But Brad genuinely doesn't care if he's the big spoon or the small spoon.
No, and I also will not give a shit about farts.
No. You could even
I
Dutch
rest
oven
kind of my case about
Dutch
why
oven him, and he's like, great job, man. He's very encouraging about it.
I get my own room because of all of these
If you
things.
feel some kind of
crotch
region bump, like from the snuggles, don't worry. It's just a knee.
Crotch
Brad won't make it awkward. He won't make it awkward. I mean, trust me.
If you feel some kind of crotch region bump.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just like there it is.
It's a little.
There it is. Hello.
Very
Sorry about
Midwestern.
that. That's my crotch.
No, it's his knee. He's saying.
Yeah, it's my knee. Sorry.
He's very, very thin knee.
What? Oh.
It's thin, but it's robust.
I don't think we're talking about knees, and I want to move on.
No, we are.
Brad, what's the 3 week sponsor?
Oh well, guys, I got some good news because it's such a double fun day, and we're doing this double long episode.
We're not doing a double long episode.
Wait, yeah, we are.
I got a hard out in 40 minutes.
We're doing
Let's go.
doing such a double long episode, and it's time to do a double sponsor.
I don't like his attitude tonight.
A double sponsor.
He's got cups.
I got cups.
Yeah, you brought cups.
Oh, did I bring cups?
All right, give me a cup.
Everyone gets a cup. Oh, I need the cup back, actually.
Brad just threw an empty cup at Alex, and then went, "Oh shit, I haven't put anything in it
Hold
yet."
on, everyone.
Now
has
he's gonna throw it at you.
All right, nobody look over here while I'm trying to pour this sweet sarsaparilla.
By the way,
Don't throw it at me after
Yeah,
that.
don't throw it when it's full.
friend of the pod, Alex, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking
Piss in a jar.
a rather warm Lagunitas IPA I got
Okay.
from a bad liquor store. A liquor
Bad.
What is a bad liquor store?
It has a warm fridge. This is a warm beer. I
Oh,
bought it out
okay.
of the cold fridge, and then it was not cold, and it's
You're always
bitter.
welcome to the lukewarm cold beer.
That's
over
not.
here.
Is it lukewarm in our fridge now?
It all depends on if we remember. If we
what,
remember.
we?
Yeah. No, we're we,
Or
we,
hold on.
we,
Or the only guy that goes into that fridge.
we succeed together. We fail together.
Fuck
all right.
you, Nate.
We're a
You
team.
leave it open.
We're a team.
And that's why my electricity bill's through the roof.
We're a team here.
And then the byproduct is you have lukewarm
Go
soda.
flick
Here
yourself.
comes a drink for you, Ben for you. Don't finger it.
For the listener, the cup is definitely at least 18 inches away from my head, and I can smell it. It is a robust smell.
Pungent.
It's yes, very.
Stings the nostrils.
Why are you pouring so much more in that one?
I didn't
that's his.
realize.
Oh my God.
Hold on.
That's
what are
his.
you doing? Why are you pouring it
Wait,
all in there?
It's just gonna be easier. Hold on.
But how are you going to taste it
God,
then?
Hold on, numbnuts. I got another.
It's like a Chris Angel style magic trick.
All right. Ba-na-na, ba-na-na-na-na.
This is such good audio.
Ba-na-na-na-na.
He's just pouring one cup into another cup.
Ba-na-na.
It's
Ooh,
just
this
terrible.
has less in it, so I'm going to give Nate.
He's just, you don't have to drink it all, guys. It's just a little treat for you to enjoy.
No, I can't waste food.
Okay, everyone, take a little sip of this nice brown liquid that we got out of this tiny bottle.
Hey, real quick, Brad, will you do a toast here for us?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is to all of you out there who said it couldn't be done.
What is he doing?
Anybody that's ever listened to this podcast?
Anybody who ever listens to this podcast and thought, what are they doing? Well, we did it. So, jog on.
I'm sorry, everyone.
All right, everyone take a
on.
sip of this nice sarsaparilla.
Whoa. Is that leaded Dr. Pepper?
Oh,
Is that Oreo?
It's like a.
Is that Dr. Pepper Oreo? It finishes like an Oreo.
It feels like cherry vanilla Coke a little bit to me.
Smell it.
It's Pepsi.
No, it's definitely. I'm
No,
on
it's
the
Coke.
Oreo train.
No, it smells like Pepsi though, but it tastes like Oreo.
It is new Oreo Coca-Cola Zero Sugar.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Zero
Yikes.
sugar.
Zero sugar, flavored like an Oreo,
There you go.
sweeter than pie.
If you
Do you
take,
want to put some of your Jacky Dan in there?
No, I got my own Jacky Dan over here. Oh, you know what? I like that. I've never called it Jacky Dan
Oh,
before.
Jacky Dan.
Like,
old Jacky Dan.
Call it rush hour because then speeding to the liquor store for some old Jacky Dan.
I don't know. Jackie Dan sounds like a guy named Dan who's constantly jacking off.
No, it's a play on Jackie Chan.
No, he's like, old Jackie Dan. He just can't get enough.
No.
Why do you gotta be this
Can't
way?
get enough
What?
rolling the dice.
We were having a good time when we were making
Yeah,
Jackie
you
Chan
were having
puns.
fun. And then,
Old Jackie Dan.
Like Tumblr in the Bronx.
Super cock.
No.
Oh,
no. Not the Jackie Dan thing. Like,
super
like-
cocktail.
No, I'm doing.
Yes. Super cocktail.
No, I'm doing Jackie Dan.
No, we're doing more like alcohol-related puns.
Bush hour.
So that tastes like if you remove the sugar from an Oreo and then put it into a Coke.
Yeah, it tastes like if you took the Oreo crystals.
It doesn't taste good.
It's not good.
No, it's not great.
That was a weird choice.
I was genuinely surprised that the Oreo smell came through though, which was weird. But you're right. The flavor at the very end, like the aftertaste, that's what tastes more like an Oreo.
To me, it honestly tasted like Dr. Pepper up front and Oreo on the back end.
Okay, no one look over here.
Oh,
Okay.
let me guess. They're
That's great.
Pepsi flavored Oreos.
Hold
is
on,
what
don't
you
look
got.
over here.
Okay, great.
No one.
I have to look there because I'm producing the podcast.
Don't have a glance. Don't look at the.
Don't have a glance.
Don't look at the red side of the cookie either.
Just
my
so we're.
God.
Oh, good.
What do you?
don't look at the red side of the cookie.
Just throw it. I'm just gonna let it.
Don't look at the red side of the
It
cookie.
landed on my belly, and I'm just gonna let it sit there.
Don't look at the red side of the cookie.
So Pepsi would be partnered with Hydrox, not
Yeah,
Oreo.
true,
Like-
true.
All right, so everyone take a little bite.
Brad, I looked at the red side of the cookie.
No, you didn't.
Hold on, I'm smelling this. Mm-hmm.
That's much worse than the soda.
I did look at the red side of the cookie now.
I cannot finish that. That's not good.
It's like Pop Rocks.
That's a bad cookie.
They really are. They're like, let it just sit in your
That's a
mouth.
bad-
It's literally Pop Rocks, right?
I don't want to.
It's like fizzing in my mouth.
I
It's
don't
so
want. I don't
fucking
want it to fizz in my mouth. I don't want that.
weird. Make the Batman stop.
I'm good. I'll drink more of that drink if I have to.
I'm sorry, Dad.
Yeah, please don't make me eat any more of those cookies.
It was just like a. I don't know. It's
This is
bad.
the kind of cookie you punish your kids with.
This
They're like, oh, you want a cookie? Huh? You want a cookie?
you want a
Oh, didn't even finish your dinner. Have this.
cookie tastes like Hulk Hogan at the RNC. Like, this is what you slap you like. We know what you
There
like.
are Pop Rocks
Here.
in this, aren't
There
there?
are Pop Rocks in this.
Oh,
right?
there are.
We've put
I'm
your,
like, it's in my throat.
Yeah, there.
I don't love this.
No.
Why did you do this?
Why did you do this to
While
me?
we're doing a podcast, I have literally.
Why did
I
they
can
do
hear it
this?
coming through.
No one needed to do this. Coke and Oreos had plenty of
That's
money.
right.
I don't like this. It's like going
What is
crazy
it?
in my mouth.
Coke Oreos.
It's a Coca-Cola flavored Oreo, baby.
Why the Pop Rocks?
Brad, just stop.
Because soda, carbonation.
Oh my god.
What are you talking about? Why the Pop Rocks?
No,
It's
just-
for the fizz.
I don't think you heard me. Stop doing this. Stop. No, just me and you.
But aren't you impressed?
No, there's nobody else here right now. Just look at me. Just look me in my eyes.
Aren't you?
Hey,
family meeting. Family meeting.
Nate, shut up. Brett, look at me in my eyes. Stop doing this. Stop intentionally bringing shit that is like, oh, you know what's going to be? We're going to trick you. Now your throat is tingly for the whole rest of the podcast. Oh, don't worry. Wash it down with some Dr. Pepper Oreo. But when there's an Oreo cookie, Coca-Cola. What cookie?
Oreo Coca-Cola cookie.
Cookies. Have some cookies.
Oh, cookies. That's a good
Have
idea.
some cookies.
They should have done that going with cookies. Oh, my gosh. Well, that was...
None of this was good. None of this is
why don't
even
you try to bring
palatable.
us something
But
enjoyable?
weren't you so excited though to have like them tied to each other?
You're
like
so
it's
lucky.
it's a flip flop fun.
You're so lucky. I didn't scream no so loudly right there. I'm proud of myself right now. It was right there in my stupid sternum where I was like, and I held it down like I'm holding down the taste of these fucking shitty cookies. But I almost yelled at you.
You didn't hate the cookies.
I did.
No, you didn't.
You know what? It also just pisses me off.
I love riled up Nate. That's what I love.
I have a body that suggests I love cookies. And you brought me a terrible cookie.
This is how I'm trying to help you, Nate.
And like it takes a lot for me to not like a cookie.
You know that's a bite out of a cookie, and that will remain uneaten the rest of that cookie.
Like we're a bunch of guys that like cookies.
Yeah,
here.
I'm a big fat.
We
fuck.
like. What do you do? When you like you cheat and you like we like cookies here.
I like a lot of
Oh yeah, we like cookies, man.
What is that? Is that Mexican Cookie
he's
Monster?
getting more and more.
Cheech, yeah,
I thought you were a Mexican
He thought I
Cookie
sounded
that's
Monster.
what
like
it sounded like.
I didn't sound like Cheech.
Oh yeah, we like cookies, man.
I thought it was a more aggressive Cookie Monster voice.
Why would he have to be more aggressive because he's Mexican?
No. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow, really showing our true colors.
Brad's the only one that can make these jokes.
I know I can't because you know what? In my head, I was like, I could probably do a Mexican Cookie Monster. I'm not gonna do it.
Do you Juana cookie?
No, my God, no.
I don't know. I didn't hate him honestly.
Yeah,
It
what
doesn't
else is
shock me.
new?
Doesn't
But
shock
only.
me.
But do you guys like gummy flavored colas or cola flavored gummies?
No.
Nah, I don't
No?
really like gummies at all.
Well, that's fine. You don't like? No.
I've never had one.
Oh, really?
Oh, well, that's
I
weird
think-
too, though.
I think that's why
Like, it's like root beer and stuff like that. You never had like a root beer
Oh,
flavored
when we
gummy?
were kids, they're
Yeah,
shaped like
the-
little bottles.
Yeah.
No, those are the wax. The wax.
Yeah, I
things
thought
you're
that's.
talking-
no,
No,
that's different. No,
ugh,
no. This
ugh.
is they actually have gummies from Haribo that are shaped like Coke bottles and they taste like Coke essentially.
Have you ever had those? Do you remember those wax things?
I do.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I hated those.
yeah. No, they weren't real candy.
But no, I felt like this has the same flavor as a Coca-Cola gummy, just in
No,
cookie
I
form.
could- yeah, it
so,
does.
So I didn't
But-
mind
I have
it.
a headache now from all that. I don't like any of that.
I mean, you're the one who just got upset.
I get really upset.
So, but if they had a Jack and Coke Oreo,
I'd try it.
okay, there we go.
So-
I'm first in line.
Yeah.
So all we got to do is just move one step forward.
Does that taste like
Little
Jack Daniels?
A little
Okay.
Jackie D Oreo.
Does it fuck me up like a 5th of July?
Oh my god. Okay.
Hey, sir, you're driving. How many cookies have you had?
Exactly.
Coca-Cola Oreos and Oreo flavored Coca-Cola Zero Sugar are out on shelves now. Should be at any store.
Did you guys get mad when you were trick or treating when you were little and they'd put those
Orange and black.
orange and
bullshits?
black
Yeah.
peanut butter
Oh
taffies?
yeah, pissed me right off.
You know the generic strawberry ones? Like just the strawberry wrapper. I love those.
Really?
Yeah, those are
really
good.
good.
I like
Wait,
the peanut
the
butter
what now?
taffy.
They don't have a
What?
brand on
I
them.
like the peanut butter taffy.
Oh, but they're hard
No.
candies with the
hard
soft
strawberry
Oh, those
wrapper.
are delicious.
They're delicious.
You
I don't
just-
know to this day who makes them.
I don't know. I don't think anybody does. I think they just
They
show
just
up.
show up.
Hey, Alex just said that he likes those little orange black peanut butter kiss things.
What happened?
Yeah, I like the peanut butter
Who
taffy
hurt?
things.
Who hurt you when you were a child?
Well, first of all, I never really liked Halloween in the first place. But like you could
Oh
only
my!
Whoa.
you could only get the black and
I don't like-
orange
I don't like where
peanut
this
butter
is going.
toffees at Halloween. All the other candy you could get year round.
I don't like where this is going.
I
Alex.
like them.
Do you know who loves Halloween?
Ben Conowitz.
Jack
right here.
Skellington.
I know you do.
Benny
And
Taylor.
Love
that's
it. We're right in the
you know,
middle of Halloween right now, boys.
There's
Are we though?
We are.
I don't know. It's not officially fall yet.
You know what I bought the boys?
Pumpkin spice socks.
I love that. That's just the real guess. Pumpkin spice socks? No.
Oh, just checking.
No. That's nowhere near what I did.
Pecan pie shoes.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
I fell for one of those like Instagram ads, and there's been this thing that has been popping on my feed. It's a
Cider
chocolate
milk?
coffin
Okay.
that's full of candy.
Yep.
And there's the guy uses a little wooden hammer to break it open.
Uh-huh.
And so I knew it was kind of large because it's a full-size grown man's hand holding this little hammer, and they were $40 a piece.
Uh-huh.
And I bought 2 of them
All
to
right.
kick off Halloween. So they're up in the fridge right now. The boys haven't seen them yet, but evidently I haven't. But Ashley said, "What? How do you know how big these things are?" Evidently they're enormous. I didn't realize they're really that big. And I'm like, "Yeah, they're $40. It's a novelty. You know, you smash it open and there's like candy inside of it." But these are like full grown ass, like imagine like the size of a full chocolate bunny for Easter.
Yeah.
But it's a coffin instead,
Oh my
and it's
God.
full of all these awesome treats inside of it.
That's
So,
awesome.
Yeah, I'll record that. And
Do
send it
we
to
all
you.
get one?
No, they were $40 a piece. I only gave them to the 2 boys that I love in my life, which are my girlfriend's kids.
Nate, did you hear that?
I mean, I like you guys a lot.
I've never seen Nate
No.
stunned into silence
For
before.
years, you've liked Brad and loved me.
Well, it's true. I mean, but now I've got like a new level because they're like my kids now. Like, I
Oh,
love
did you hear
them.
that? You hear that, Nate? You just got demoted.
My mom's dead.
And I hate when you do that because it makes it sound like she died last week. When did your mom die, Nate?
1997.
Okay. So again, I don't like this at all.
Well, to be fair though, if I can say,
Brad, somebody in your life die?
well, and honestly, my dad would be really disappointed in you, Ben.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
When did your dad die?
3 years ago, well, coming up on
Like
4.
fresh enough for him to visit you in a dream.
What is happening to me right now? I just said I bought
Fresh enough that memories will bring a streaming tear to your face, Ben.
I bought candy for my boys. Now
Oh, so
turned
now
into
we're
this.
not his
We're not even your
boys.
boys?
Oh my God, Alex, help me out here,
We
please.
used to be your boys.
Yeah, but now we don't get any chocolate coffins with treats inside.
But now you're just
Now we don't
my
get it.
co-hosts. That's what he
Chocolate
calls us. Hey, I've got co-hosts of a podcast. That's
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
No, we don't
You know,
even-
I was hanging out with my podcast co-host the other day. You know, not my friends, but
No, we don't even get coffee with chocolate inside.
son of a bitch.
That's pretty good.
Coca-Cola Oreos.
Yeah, don't avoid them today.
Guys, it's been a long time since we talked about movies. How many movies did you guys watch?
None.
Honestly, quite a few.
Yeah,
Okay,
know
but we got to pick like just a couple. All
No,
right.
this is a double
No,
episode.
This is ridiculous. Brad, we've not done this for 3 or 4 weeks. Brad's going to get into the 17 films that he hasn't
Yeah,
seen.
honestly.
No, I'm not going to go
And
that
then he's
long.
gonna be like,
Actually,
I went to TIFF.
I bet I haven't
and
even-
I saw this one indie film. That
No, I literally only saw
stars-
one movie
Yeah,
at TIFF.
I went to TIFF and I saw this. It's a movie. Well, it's called Paperback, and it's black and white, and it's French, but no subtitles.
It's
And
not available anywhere
and-
for you to see.
And in France, they play it. It's Bulgarian with no subtitles. They purposely make sure that nobody can understand it. And what I love about this film, fuck you. That's the kind of shit
Wow,
that you
this
do, and I hate.
Wow. Okay, so we just got a little jealous party over here from Fucko and Bucko.
Which one's which?
You'll figure it out.
Alex, what's the last movie you saw, buddy?
Last night I watched the movie Hackers from 1995 with Angelina Jolie and John
Forsythe?
someone. Matthew Lillard as serial killer. I love Hackers. I think
Hack the Planet. Hack the Planet, baby.
the day after I watch it, it's my favorite movie of all time, and it never really gets further away than like 3. I love Hackers. The anti-corporate message is so great. There's the bad guy's named the Plague. Penn Jillette is in it. It's the costume design, everything. The
By the way-
music. It's so 90s. It's just great.
Alex, Johnny Lee Miller.
Johnny Lee Miller.
From Train Spotting.
Plays
Angelina
Dave Murphy.
Jolie's ex-husband.
Yeah, sure. I could totally.
Yeah.
After watching that movie, yeah, for sure. So much
Maybe they got married because of that movie.
hot sexual chemistry. It's a great movie. Everyone should watch Hackers at least once.
There you go.
Before they die.
Are you gonna show
Yeah.
it to your kids?
Hack the Planet. Yeah, I don't know. They don't sit still for
Yet.
things from the 90s yet.
You just said everyone on the planet, so
Well, yeah, but they got
At
a lot of
certain
they got a lot of time
age,
left,
right?
and like they don't have to be there yet.
Eventually.
They're not ready
Okay, that's fine.
for serial killer and all of his
I
friends.
still smell the saccharine,
Yeah,
disgusting, putrid Coke Oreo scum bottom bullshit. And I can't stand it. It is fucking either drink it up or throw it away.
We all drank it already.
I
so
think
it's
it's your cookie.
yeah.
It's starting to
my
oxidize.
God, it's
yeah,
staining the paper.
it's starting to oxidize.
Oh, it is the cookie.
Oh my God!
Over there with the frogs.
threw it over the dead frogs, dude.
I whipped it on the other side. I'll pick it up later. I just
There are
don't wanna smell
2
it.
dead frogs.
Okay, there's 2 dead frogs in my basement. Calm down.
What's weird is they died together.
They did. They were right next to each other. It is, and one's upside down, and I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I think there was something real dramatic.
Something
goodbye
happened here.
Yeah,
Something happened.
like they
here.
tried to pull off like some way. Like one of them tried to flip the other one so they could like try and get away.
Well, they croaked.
Oh, fucking hell! This kid, fuck, didn't he eat?
Come on.
He went
We
for
were
it.
in-
No, that was good. That
we
was
were-
good. No,
we
we're
were-
top.
we
We're
were-
loving it.
oh, don't. We were having such a good show, and then he like comes in here with his like fucking attitude.
What does that even mean?
Like he thinks he can just come in here and say some shit
Is that
like
the
that.
last? That's the last movie you saw. Did you watch anything else?
I saw Alien Romulus 2 days ago.
Was it terrifying?
No, it was not terrifying.
I bet it was.
It wasn't.
Nate's
You
Nate's
cannot-
easily scared.
You cannot convince Nate that.
Yeah,
it
he
wasn't.
doesn't like space.
Doesn't
so
like space.
It
or
takes
scary
place
movies.
in
It's
space.
everything I hate.
So that is true. No, I enjoyed it though. A lot of practical effects. Really, really made it fun to watch.
Where would you put it in the Alien film like saga?
The most
Third?
it's the most recent. I don't know. Yeah, probably. I haven't seen Alien Covenant, so I can't include that one.
No,
Guys,
it's
But,
is that any good or no? Alien Covenant.
I think it's all right.
It's fine.
but I'd probably go 1, 2,
Romulus.
In mine, it's Prometheus,
1, 2.
then Alien.
But
All right.
I remember I like them all. But it was really fun. It was fun. Like it was.
I
fun.
heard it. I
saw
heard it's
yeah.
a pretty fun movie.
fun to
go
see it in
see it in
theaters. It was a lot of
theaters,
fun.
Ben.
Don't tell him what to do.
I have a lot on my plate right now.
By the way, that film did really well. $80 million budget.
Yeah, it feels like
$330 million.
Movies for adults are kind of coming back.
$330 million box office.
Yeah, which is
Nice
really
job,
good.
Ridley Scott.
Yeah. It's the second highest grossing R-rated release this year.
Was it Ridley
Yeah,
Scott?
that's really good. He produced it.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
He didn't make it.
Fida Alvarez.
Yeah, Fida.
Yeah, the person.
Previously did
Evil Dead.
the new one,
Yes.
The new one, yeah.
Rise.
No, not Evil Dead Rise.
Not right.
No. And then he did Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Well,
So wait, what's the most recent one if it's not Evil Dead Rise?
Alien Romulus.
no, Evil Dead Rise is the most recent one, but he directed the one that before that, Evil Dead, the first reboot.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did not know that was a thing. I'm
Yeah.
not joking.
Yeah.
Weird.
He also did you guys see this Girl in the Spider's Web?
Nope.
No, I'd never even heard of it, but he did that film starring Claire Foy.
Oh, that's the overseas. There was a full trilogy of
Oh,
adaptations
boy.
of the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo books, and so that's the third one, I think,
Okay.
because it's the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, the Girl who kicked the hornet's nest, and then
The girl that was a spider
the
in
girl,
the web.
Madam Web.
the girl who sat on a tuffet.
Madame Tussauds wax
And then he did
spider.
another one called Don't Breathe. Did you ever see that one with Jane
Yeah,
Levy?
yeah. That's the one where the guy from Avatar, the villain,
So-
Stephen Lang plays a
Oh, yeah.
blind guy.
So Don't Breathe. The first one is good.
yes,
The second one is
dog
one
shit.
of the worst
Okay.
movies I've ever seen. I would posit that
Well, I wouldn't. So here's the thing.
it's terrible, Brad.
No, but there's one reason why it's terrible, and if they got rid of that reason, then it wouldn't. Then that would be a cool premise.
Does,
Still,
again, that didn't happen though, did it?
no, I know. That's
So
what I mean.
this is terrible. This is the only time that I think that I found a movie that is worse than the original, more so than Jack Reacher. Because Jack Reacher, Never Go Back is atrocious compared to Jack
But I
Reacher.
think the
compared to
But I think the gap between how good Jack Reacher is and how bad.
I really thought that Don't Breathe was a good movie.
I think it's decent, but I don't think it's like on.
Like Jack Reacher's a great movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's fair. But Don't
But
Breathe 2 is
Reacher
terrible.
the show.
My guilty pleasure. And that's all we're going to say about that because we have so many movies to talk about. Do you want to talk about any other movies, Alex?
No, those are my.
Those are the ones you
my
watched?
recent movies.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna watch Asteroid City tonight.
Okay.
Wes Anderson.
Yeah.
Good flick.
Brett, how many movies do you have? And Nate, I want you to tell me the same. How many movies do you have?
I chose 2.
So
Have you really only seen 2 since the last time we recorded?
No, I've seen more, but I've chose 2.
How
to
many
talk
do you
about.
think that you've seen?
I'm watching more TV shows right now, so
So that's not the answer to my question.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I think probably only 3,
No, so you cut it down to 2
You chose
Maybe 4.
two?
from 3?
But I couldn't think of. I know there was a third one that I watched, but I cannot remember what it was. And I've been trying to think of.
Brad, how many movies do you think you watched?
Do you guys ever think about when you watch a film, you're like, I should remember this film, make a mental note, or just put it in my notes app on the, and I never do, and I should.
Yeah. 12.
I have 22.
Yeah, so you watched a lot.
I did.
Did you really?
Well, it's been like 3.5 weeks.
Yeah, but still.
I stay up late because the boys go to bed at 8:30, and now I've got like time.
You need your time now. You need your special time.
I do. I
The
need my
boys,
You
the
need your special
boys,
time.
non-dad time.
Yeah.
the boys go to sleep.
And I will admit there are times where it's like 8:19,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like bedtime,
It's time for
and they're
bed.
like, "Come on," they know.
You can be in your room quietly.
I'm like, "You could read.
Yeah.
You can read all you want, buddy. Yeah, here's a flashlight."
Time for Papa to get some sleep.
What movies did you watch, Brad?
All right. Well, first I wanted to reach back into our collective minds and ask you if you remember the feeling you had when you were a young boy. Remember that feeling?
You have to continue talking.
No. I saw a movie called Strange Darling. Have you heard of this?
No,
This
Jay.
is where this
I
is
haven't.
going.
Cool. What?
No, you really haven't though.
What hyphenated name was in this one?
Which up-and-coming director
It's-
of a
It's actually
$150,000 film?
Jean-Claude Gaultier Spintaner.
By the way, Jean-Claude Gaultier, isn't that a designer?
It's the same guy who made
I thought it
Paperback.
was Jean-Paul Gaultier.
Oh, maybe,
Gaultier.
yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Anyway, what's
It's Gautier.
No, that's somebody I used to know.
Yeah.
No, so it's directed by this guy named J.T. Molnier, and he's known for doing these indie thrillers.
JT.
But this is a great indie suspenseful thriller that puts a spin on the slasher movies a little bit. The lead performance by this girl Willa Fitzgerald is fantastic. It's the kind of movie just go in without watching the trailer or anything like that, and just because it's a lot more fun if you don't know what's going to happen.
And what is it called, honestly?
Strange Darling.
Strange Darlings. Okay.
Weird thing about
Singular. Strange Darling.
This,
Strange Darling.
I obviously looked stuff up what everyone's talking on Wikipedia, but the weird thing about this film is famous actors typically.
Hey, Nate, go back to not doing that. Go back to not saying that you look things up. I want people to just think that you're just coming
I'm
up
really
with this.
smart. Yeah.
I really do, because you used to not do this.
But
just
I
go back to that.
because I didn't know this, but usually famous actors become directors. This was a famous actor that became a cinematographer. Who is it?
Oh, Giovanni Ribisi.
Yeah, isn't that weird? You don't see that a lot
yeah,
where
that-
famous actors become.
That track
Mm-hmm.
where
Yeah,
it would be like,
where they become
you know what? I'm
cinematographers.
a camera operator.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I thought that was really interesting.
And the way color and stuff is used in the movie is the way it's shot is fantastic.
it is
It's a big part
really
of it.
well done
Yeah.
cinematography.
Did you see that camera operator? Was that Mark Paul Gosselaar?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Well, actually, he's just looking for work.
He's the script. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Continuity. I got there.
There's
Yeah, he got fired from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Eric Roberts is catering.
That's so mean.
That's good.
But it's so mean.
But
Eric
it's so
Roberts is probably a
funny.
nice
Oh,
guy.
I'm sorry, Eric Roberts.
He's probably a nice guy.
I'll bet
He is a big fan of this podcast.
Loves
Sorry,
the pod.
Eric.
I also watched both the original and 1970s remake of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I had never seen them before.
When did the remake come out?
78.
That's the remake?
Yeah.
Didn't they do a new one?
I'm sure there's another. There's not a new one that was like a big blockbuster movie or anything
What's
like that.
the one that they tried to do in the mid 2000s with Keanu Reeves that's in a very similar vein?
Oh, that is
The Day the Earth
yes,
Stood
the day the
Still.
Earth stood still.
yes. Same kind of premise, right? Where-
No, not really.
Is it really not?
No, because the day the Earth stood still is a robot comes from space basically, and it's
I thought it was to take over humanity, though.
no.
Oh, well.
It's like to judge humanity.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry.
No,
That's embarrassing.
I really don't like-
That is
Yeah,
so embarrassing.
Invasion of the
for
Body
you.
Snatchers is more like a sci-fi zombie movie basically.
Mm-hmm.
I said I was sorry.
It's just so embarrassing.
But no, they're both great. The 56 one has a great score.
Cool.
And then the 78 one,
Yeah, whatever.
the 78 one actually, it's interesting to watch in the aftermath of COVID, because it feels like there's really a good metaphor there as far as plague and disease and stuff like that, especially because it's set in the late 70s. But yeah, Donald Sutherland is in it. It's a good movie.
Well,
liked
Donnie
it.
S.
Oh,
What's next?
Donnie is.
You have 11 more to get through.
No, I'm not gonna go through all of them. I'm gonna mention one that I know that you've seen. I saw Blink twice.
Blink twice.
You don't want to say anything?
No, I mean I want to see your opinion of it.
So Blink Twice is a movie. It might still be in theaters, but I think it's already gone because it wasn't like
23 movies.
a huge box office job. But it's directed by Zoe Kravitz, and it follows these girls who go to an island with I guess
Channing Tatum.
Yeah, Channing Tatum, who's kind of like
a billionaire tech guy.
Yeah,
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, like a Zuckerberg and Elon Musk, and he's already kind of
chastised for being a bro,
canceled and come back, and now he has this new image and everything, and so he invites them to come to his island to party where they kind of just relax and drink and do drugs and stuff like that, and then it takes a much more sinister turn as time goes on, and they're on this island with them. Pretty dark, pretty bleak.
There is a trigger warning at the beginning of this film, and I saw it with friend of the pod Luke Starkey, and even though we say we are pretty fucking liberal people, and I really identify with everything that is good about cancel culture, and it's
Whatever.
a good thing. I really
Come
do.
on.
We looked at each other like, we're doing this now. Like, you gotta have. And then after the movie was over, like, yeah, that's a good idea. They should definitely have had that trigger, because there's some horrible shit that I would feel very bad if somebody who had gone through an experience had to see this movie.
They could definitely pull a lot of trauma out of someone.
Fucking horrible in that way. So if you have any sort of trauma like that, avoid this movie, or at least know what you're going to. It's dark as shit.
Yeah, but it is fantastic.
It's fantastic though. It's very well done.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I thought it was really good.
You know who I really liked in that? What's his name? Simon Rex.
Yes,
He is underrated.
he is.
He's great in so many things that now that I've looked back at his IMDb, he's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like
And
him
he
a
also
lot.
has 2 first names, which is fun.
And they're both animal. They're all pet names.
That's true.
Like, hey, Simon, come here. Rex, come here.
Yep, it's true.
Come here, Simon.
Come here, Simon Rex.
Come here. Come here, Simon.
Okay. What's next? Anything else?
Yes, I watched a little action movie that you might have heard of
Oh my god.
called Haywire.
Have you never seen it?
I had never seen Haywire.
With what's her name? Gia Carano?
Yeah, Gina Carano.
Gina Carano.
The now canceled Gina Carano. She stars in it, and it's a Steven Soderbergh spy movie. Michael Fassbender is also in it.
I liked it when it came out. I don't remember much of it, but I just remember liking it when it came out.
No, it's solid for sure. What's interesting is I had forgotten about this until I started watching it, and I was like, that's not her voice. And you don't hear Gina Carano's voice in this movie.
They dubbed her?
Her entire performance was dubbed by Laura San Giacomo.
Wow.
What?
Yeah. And if you watch
very closely, you can see.
you can tell because once you know it's Laura San Giacomo,
You can't unsee it.
Yeah, you know, you're like, yep, that's her voice. And I genuinely think it's because
All the anti-Semitic comments she made.
Wow. Hey, Steven, I'm going to do a little rewrite here.
Yeah.
I think that honestly Hitler had some good points.
Soderbergh, huh?
knowing how she delivered her lines in stuff like The Mandalorian and the Fast and Furious
Like,
movies.
very terribly.
Yeah, I think that they dubbed because they wanted a better performance, but they didn't want to be mean.
That's weird.
Well, no, because she was aware of it, and it was the explanation that was given was that the
The mics were always off.
Yeah.
no they just wanted her voice to sound completely different from her actual voice for whatever reason.
I mean, that's what. Imagine if you got that line, told you, hey, the reason we dubbed your voice completely and utterly and took you completely, your performance half done, is because we didn't want it to sound like you. And then you went, that makes sense. That's a good thing. I also agree.
But she gave a great physical performance, though.
Oh, no,
I mean,
she's a badass.
She's phenomenal at the action.
It was weird when I saw a cut of the film before they dubbed it, and she was like, "Duh." I
She
can
made some choices.
Can see why.
Easy Adam Sandler.
Maybe they went. Well, no, I mean and then she actually said, "I was channeling my best Sandler."
Well,
It was a choice.
Yeah, it was definitely a choice, but I'm glad we made it there. The destination arrived just as we did.
Anything else?
and you arrived at your destination. I also saw Beetlejuice. Have anybody else see this?
Don't say the third one.
Did anybody else see this movie?
I have
Easy, Tracy Morgan.
killed Ben. The last thing he ate was a Coke Oreo.
This is gonna be like that.
That made me lightheaded. That made me significantly
That
lightheaded.
urban legend about the Pop Rocks and Coke, but Ben's gonna die because he had Coke and a Coke Oreo.
Hey, as long as at my funeral you guys say that I OD'd on Coke, so it's a cool story, I'm good with that. Sorry.
Here's what'd you say? Dumbo 2?
Yeah, Dumbo 2, Dumbo.
Nope.
That wasn't it.
Dumbo 2, Dumbo.
That wasn't it.
That's not it. That's not the win. No, that's not the win you thought it was. You saw my dumb face just confounded by that, and you thought, oh, got him.
And
No,
you still laughed.
that's
still
me
laughed.
going, what the fuck are you
Still
doing?
got that chuckle. Got that chuckle.
Dumbo 2, even more ears.
That's not good.
It's better than yours.
Not as good as Dumbo. Yeah, I saw this movie, and it really is.
Wait, what movie? I'm not joking.
Beetlejuice.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot what we're talking about.
It really is the definition of a movie that is just okay. Michael Keaton having a blast in it. It's incredible how easily he fits back into Beetlejuice. Like, it doesn't feel like he's missed a step at all. Sometimes when you have someone coming back to a role after it's been so long, it doesn't quite feel right, but it works for the most part.
This is not a bit. I'm asking a real question. Do you think that is because in the original he did put on a voice that was like a little, like he's scratchy? So like, because usually when it's 20 years later, the voice is the problem because they can no longer hit that higher register or whatever, or sound youthful.
Their vocal cords
but
change.
But because he was always doing like, hey, come on, that it's easier for him.
It's possible. Like, it might just be like a voice that's easy to replicate even when you're older. But
Right.
like, even sometimes when you don't have to worry about like the pitch of the voice changing because of age, there's just something about like the delivery that doesn't feel quite right. Like that they're not doing some of the same things like with just their intonations and stuff like that. But like, Keaton just crushes it. He's
Sure.
fantastic. And they didn't increase his screen time. He's still only in the movie for like 20 minutes, just like the first one. Partially to the movie's detriment, maybe, but I just don't know what the threshold would be for like how much would be too much Beetlejuice, because you want to use them sparingly. Mm-hmm. But for me, I think the biggest problem with the movie is that unlike the first one, where you have this great grounded, like normal emotional core in the Maitlands to contrast the weirdness
Right.
of the Dietzes and Beetlejuice's world, you're missing that in this movie. And even though they try to give that job to Jenna Ortega, she's Lydia's daughter, but she's not really any like weird or anything like that. She's just kind of a normal kid. But it's not enough because the movie around them is so weird. And I appreciate that. I'm glad it's a big swing, honestly. It's the most interesting thing Tim Burton's done in like 15 years. But there's it's not necessarily a high bar to cross either. And so it's fun. It's enjoyable enough. But since it's been 36 years since the first Beetlejuice, it's like, oh, this is all we could get. All right, I guess, it's not. I wasn't in love with it.
All right.
Well,
Are you gonna see it, Nate?
when it comes out on VOD.
I was gonna go to the theater and now I'm not because of that review. I'll just wait.
Yeah, I already
why,
asked
why would I
Brad.
go now?
Thanks, Brad.
I mean, Brad is like, it's got like a 78% on Rotten Tomatoes, so it's better than Brad says it is.
That's not how Rotten Tomatoes works, but
Yeah,
I know,
it
but
is.
I mean-
Most people like it and you don't. So you're
Rotten
Most
Tomatoes-
people liked it, and you said it wasn't good.
you're one of the 22 people that didn't like it compared to the 78 people that do like it.
That's not what that says.
That's kind of what it is.
Anyway, but yeah, that was. I thought Beetlejuice was just okay.
Wow.
Just okay.
Sad.
I watched another movie that my good buddy Nate assigned to me. And
Nate, if you can name this movie that you gave Brad, I will legitimately buy you a dinner at a steakhouse.
he's definitely forgotten.
What movie did you assign Brad?
Okay. I'm genuinely not lying. I have no recollection of to Brad. Are you sure it was me that gave you
100%.
I mean, at least guess. We're talking about a steak dinner.
What
This-
movie? Yeah. So what movie do you think you would give Brad?
Harold and Kumar's Christmas special.
He's not far off.
It was Harold and Kumar Escape from Guantanamo.
When you hear the title, you'll be like, the title sounds similar in a certain way.
Harold and the Purple Crayon.
No,
Harold
I
and
would
Maude?
not say-
Willy's Wonderland.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I gave it. I mean, by the way, we did Assigned Films like 6 weeks ago.
A year and a half ago, yeah.
It's been at least 17 years.
It was
since we assigned
pre-pandemic.
I went back and checked. I'm like, was there a more recent film that I've been assigned since the one that Ben gave me? I'm like, nope. That's the one. The one I watched 4 weeks ago.
The one I watched 4 weeks ago. 4 weeks ago.
Okay.
That's not a song.
The one I watched 4 weeks
What did you watch?
Willy's Wonderland.
And what'd you think?
Oh, how wonderful this movie was. It was a miracle. No, this movie was pretty fun. It's definitely a very cheap movie.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where I was kind of frustrated and felt like they should have just spent a little more money to get a better supporting cast.
It's what you can get for $5 million, okay?
It's basically...
I still think like that's $5
Okay.
million.
Nick Cage took 4.5 of it.
This movie is basically like Scott Pilgrim meets Five Nights at Freddy's. At least with like...
But this came out before Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, actually, but it's very similar story-wise. Nicolas Cage plays this guy who's just driving his cool car through this small town, and he gets his tire flattened by what you think is a weird stray tire thing that the cops use to like pop your tires when it's a chase or something like that. So he's stuck there, and he doesn't have enough money to pay off the repairs to his car. And so they tell him he can work it off at this fucking like
Called a spike strip, by the way.
spike strip. That's the words I was looking for. They tell him he can work off with labor by cleaning up and being security at this like Chuck E. Cheese place called Willy's Wonderland. But it turns out there was some crazy cult people there, and the spirits of those people who killed themselves are imbued into the animatronic creatures that populate Willy's Wonderland. And they keep coming to life and trying to kill Nicolas Cage, and Nicolas Cage just tears the fuck out of him.
What was not in the budget, Brad?
Good special effects for
How about dialogue?
well, that's kind of fun actually.
No, but like that's kind of a gimmicky, but like also it adds to it. I think.
Nicolas Cage's character does not talk in this movie. He expresses in other ways, but he's basically just drinking energy drinks that he brought with him.
Weird energy drinks.
Playing pinball and tearing apart robots with his bare hands. And they use oil to act as blood, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
I felt like this is kind of campy, right? They're going for a campiness, and I thought that worked for me. So the cheapness of it felt like an 80s horror
No,
film.
it did have a fun, like, charming appeal to it. I still wish the supporting cast around him was better because they really did feel like they sucked, even if they're trying for a
Just
B-movie thing.
Not great actors.
Yeah. But
no, they did not pay for anybody other than Nick Cage. Clearly.
But it is
you're right.
It's a fun movie. I enjoyed watching it.
Do you think they just had like extras and they're like, oh shit, these are actually speaking roles? You know what? Come on.
Oh no.
Brian, is it? Yeah, go ahead and give that line. Hey man, you should clean up better.
Hey man, do you wanna kiss?
Hey, I heard that old cult people were here.
I'm going to talk about another movie that I know at least two
Hey,
of the
do you
three
know
of you.
in future times there will be a Coke that is cookies? Anyway, gotta go.
Love Ben.
I'm Brian.
I know 2 out of 3 of you have seen this movie that's recently came out on Netflix. And that's,
Why do you do this, by the way? You just there's just always a bullshit lead up.
I want you guys to get excited.
Yeah,
I know what we're talking about.
I
I'm
know at least
excited about
I know at least 2 of the 3 of you have seen it. Just say the movie.
Are you telling me how to talk?
Kinda.
You don't even know how to live your life without being a sick
by the
bag
way,
of bones.
I bet Alex has seen this film.
Oh my god!
I don't think you
you're
did.
doing it
We're
too.
gonna
didn't
find
see
out.
it?
It came out pretty recently.
I'm really sorry, listeners.
On
Pretty recent.
Netflix.
The Hitman.
It's called Rebel Ridge.
Did you see it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, you're missing out, buddy.
Yeah.
So this is a new thriller from Jeremy Saulnier, who previously directed Blue Ruin and Green Room, 2 more outstanding thrillers.
What's this one? Red Ridge?
Rebel Ridge.
Should have been Red
Missed
Ridge.
opportunity.
I'm curious as to why he didn't. Maybe he didn't consider this part of like what could be like a color trilogy. Maybe
Could've
he's
named it
saving.
Red Ridge.
Yeah,
and been
maybe
fucking awesome,
maybe
and
he's
instead
saving
he
it.
didn't.
Though.
No.
Yeah.
Rebel Ridge is based on a book that was written like.
No, I know, but that's what I mean. Is I wonder if that's why this doesn't have the color because the other two movies are original movies, and this is
this is based on a book written in the 90s.
Yeah, exactly.
No, also Rebel Ridge is a
Hey, Alex.
Sherman Williams color.
Yeah, I like the.
I just lied. It's
That's
not
true.
really.
just like
based on a movie.
I like the red. I like
You
the red-
lied.
Yeah, it's not really. I just like to fool Brad.
They changed
Oh, really?
the name. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
It's not an adaptation.
No, it's a Sherman Williams color. We just talked about this.
No,
Rebel Ridge is.
it was
is-
written
it's
by
like- it's like-
Jeremy
it's like elk blood.
Saulnier.
Yeah.
Did you guys know outside
It's
of
not
the
a book.
United States, the
They don't have
movie
books?
Formula 51 is called the 51st State. Isn't that weird?
That doesn't
What?
make any sense.
The
to me.
51st date.
First State.
The 51st state.
Yeah, that's the name of the film Formula 51
Oh.
outside of the United States.
That's weird.
Huh.
So, Rebel Ridge. This
It's
movie,
great. It's
This movie's
great.
awesome. It follows a guy he's going to bail his brother or his cousin,
Cousin, yep.
so he can get him out of jail. Because if he gets transferred to this other jail, he's probably going to get beat up at the very least because he testified against some people. But this
And
guy,
they don't really get into why he knows that or anything like that.
Right.
There's not a ton of backstory.
yeah. But the movie is set into motion when this guy he's riding his bike in order to get to the place to put up bond or bail, and he gets ran off the road by some small town cops and turns into a very uncomfortable racial issue because you have these white cops treating this guy like shit because he's a black dude and they're suspicious of him. And the disagreement and trouble that ensues escalates from there in a very Rambo First Blood kind of situation. And this is very much a movie as like a contemporary version of First Blood, as the confrontation between this guy and the cops grows and becomes something a lot bigger than it needed to be. And it comes with the racial undertones that kind of like help fuel it, that have been so much more prominent in recent years for obvious reasons. But Aaron Pierre is the guy who's the lead in this, and
Holy
he's
shit.
fantastic.
Don't know this guy. Loved this guy.
Yeah.
Like I don't know
Holy
anything about him, but
So
it was
good in
like
this movie.
immediately going, I want to see more of this guy. Like he was.
Yeah.
He is an action star.
Yeah, utterly believable from the first word that comes out of his
Oh
mouth.
my gosh.
Just looks the part, acts the part, in just a very fucking good performance. And then Don Johnson as the shitty chief of police in a small town who's
Yeah.
crooked. You really don't get any better casting than that.
Also, there's-
he's just so good at being a smarmy fucking asshole.
One of the other main asshole cops is played by this actor named Emery Cohen. And I didn't recognize him because he obviously gained some weight and grew this like fucking stupid cop beard to be this character. And he's in this movie called Brooklyn with Saoirse Ronan, which is this wonderful like period set romance, like a drama. And he's this charming like New York guy in it who like she
And
meets.
now he's just playing a pudgy,
Yeah,
white,
and like
middle
it
American cop.
really is such a transformation. And I also looked at some of the other roles he's taken, and there was a couple other things where I didn't realize it was him. So he's kind of got this like chameleon, feature about him where he can really just fit into a variety of supporting roles. Because I didn't recognize him at all in the role until I looked at the credits. But this the cast is great. Aaron Pierre has this really great vibe about him where he can be quietly intimidating, but without trying to feel like he's trying to intimidate you. He just has like a really strong presence.
It's that presence, exactly. Yeah.
No, what I loved about him too is he reminded me of the action stars from the '90s. That he's certainly cut. He's a
He's a
good
beast.
enough
Yeah,
shape.
he's a beast.
But he's not like the guy from Reacher. He's not like
They're not portraying him as he's a Hulk.
exactly.
He's
so
just
it
a
was
very,
just like
very
a
in-shape
very
person.
Real.
And it's not like
action
flexing or
star.
anything.
No.
No.
It was,
And that's the thing. And the other thing about this is, even though it is a really there's a lot of large action scenes in this movie, and there's a lot of close-up hand-to-hand combat stuff, nothing about this is bombastic or over the top as far as like unbelievability.
Yeah.
It is very grounded.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I really respected that about it as well. The whole thing front to back, though, like, it's one of those movies, it's like 2 hours and 7 minutes long. Sometimes I sit down and I go, action movie 207, oof. Not at all.
I almost didn't watch it because I saw the runtime on a Saturday night, and I was like,
But
No, it kept going though. Like
there's
it
not
just,
one boring part. There's not one part that I was like they could have skipped. Like normally I'll say you can cut this, this, and this.
Yeah.
I didn't want them to cut
no,
anything.
and it has enough turns in it where you're going, oh wow.
I wanted to know more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this has like a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes, well earned.
Yeah,
It
it's
is
getting great reviews.
really, really well done. I think a ton of people watch it on Netflix. I think it's got a lot of minutes. You know, Netflix judges by like minutes viewed, right? And so it's really high up there.
Yeah,
I think people are loving this
And
film.
for good reason. It's
It is
that rare
it's
thing where
genuinely-
it's paying homage to First Blood, but it's doing its own thing. Well worth your time.
Yeah.
Alex, do you think you'll watch it now that you've heard us gush about it?
Yeah, probably.
It really is worth your time. I
sounds
think you'd
up
like
there.
it.
It's like
Yeah.
sounds it's got Reacher vibes.
It does.
I like
It's
that.
got very
It
much.
does, yeah.
Reacher meets Rambo.
Reach around Rambo. No,
Rambo round.
Rambo around.
Oh, Black Betty, Rambo round. Oh, Black Betty.
Second
Rambo
Blood.
round, Black Betty had a job.
Anyway.
Rambo, lamb, lamb,
Anything
lamb,
else?
lamb, lamb. Well, I have one more movie,
Oh,
but
my God.
but maybe you want me to talk about it after you guys have talked about your movies because it'll spark a bigger conversation.
I don't really want to do
What
that. Nate, what are the 2 movies you saw?
Yeah,
I mean,
Grandpa.
one of them was literally Rebel Ridge.
Okay.
so-
Okay.
Nailed
but
it.
I did watch. I'll give 2 more words. 2 more movies that I watched. One of them I've seen before, but I'll give it because I really like this film, and I was reminded why I like this film. A film called 50-50.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys see this one?
Love that
recently?
movie.
Yeah, I actually only saw it in 2016.
No way.
Yeah, it's the first time I ever saw it.
Yeah, this is a great movie.
It's a film directed by Jonathan Levine
Mm-hmm.
and written by Will Reiser, and it is a film about survival, cancer, comedy, friendship, starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Seth Rogen, Anna Kendrick, Bryce Dallas Howard. I love this film. I love and I've got a love-hate thing with Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I mostly love him. I don't.
What do you hate him in?
Yeah, why would you hate him?
I don't like when he does action.
What?
What?
What was the film that you gave me?
Looper.
Looper, which you're
Didn't
just
love it.
insane.
Yeah, what's wrong with you? You
I didn't love
broken
Looper.
man?
It's such a
I
good
didn't
movie.
love Looper.
You
There was
broken
fun.
man.
I
You
liked
just-
Looper. I didn't like him.
I think
in
you were
Looper.
just in a bad mood when you watched that movie.
There's very good possibility.
Why are
but-
you so broken?
So many reasons.
Did you watch Premium Rush?
No.
It's a bicycle movie
Jay.
that he's in. I liked it.
I wouldn't use it as the best example.
No, but I like it. I like it.
It's okay.
It's fine.
But
I'm just struggling to think of other action movies starring
this is a film.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I'm sorry.
Inception.
This is a film that makes
Beverly Hills Cop Axel F.
Inception. He's great,
Inception.
but Inception he's more thinking. Like he's a thinking man in Inception. He's not an action.
He does.
star.
He does the stair, the elevator rotating
yeah,
scene.
I buy that though. He's not action enough. Like I don't buy him as the
All right,
tough
yeah,
guy.
that wasn't too much
But he's
action
not a
for
tough
me.
guy. He's
Here we
not
go.
a
Here we
tough
go.
guy.
All right, Nate. Then name one more action movie that you've seen him in. just go ahead. When you said out loud,
Hold on, he's got to bring up his IMDb.
I hate him when he's in action films.
G.I.
You
Joe:
can't even-
Rise of the Cobra.
Oh
you
my
don't even
God, you've
you didn't
never
even know
seen
it was
that.
him in that.
You've
G.I.
never seen
Joe.
that.
Who does he play? Who does he play? Don't look. Who does he play?
Rex Lewis.
No, he plays Cobra.
Rex Lewis.
No, Cobra Commander.
Also,
that is literally Rex Lewis.
also. Nate
Idiot.
said
Rex Lewis.
G.I. Joe
Cobra Commander.
Yeah,
Rise
I
Up.
know. He's like Cobra Commander. That's Rex Lewis.
He said G.I. Joe Rise of the Cobra.
Yeah,
There's a the in there? There's no the.
The Rise of the Cobra.
the Rise of the Cobra. Also, Joseph Gordon-Levitt doesn't even do action in that movie. He's just standing around being intimidating with the mask
Listen,
on.
I had a second to look at the Wikipedia page. I had to pick something.
You son of a gun.
All
You
right.
trash panda.
So 50-50, if you've not seen it, it is a film that makes me cry. It might make you emotional. It is about friendship. It is about how to navigate hardships with friendships. I thought Seth Rogen was fantastic in this.
Also, don't let that deter you. There's a very short list of movies that don't make Nate cry.
That's true. But this also has comedy. It is everything I love about film and TV, where it will give you every bit of emotion in this film, and it culminates in I don't know. There's just a real heartbreak around this. Film came out in 2011, right before I had my lung removed. They thought I had cancer. And I remember this film really touching me then, like as a kind of a way to navigate sadness, and it just does such a good job. And so I'm watching it 10, 12, 13 years later, and it still just hits right. It's just I really love this film. 50-50.
It's a very good movie. I like it a lot.
And then the other film I saw was given to me by my friend, Ben Conowitz. And Ben knows that I love Jason Bateman. Because I do. I love Jason Bateman.
I know you do.
Yay, son.
And this is a film directed by Jason Bateman, starring Jason Bateman, produced by Jason Bateman.
Brad and I saw this movie in Chicago with Jason Bateman in the audience, and we did a Q&A afterwards.
It's true.
Teen Wolf 2?
Yep.
No, it's this movie.
So Jason Bateman stars as this middle-aged
What's the movie called?
8th grader. It's called Bad Words. And he drops out of 8th grade, right? Was he 8th grade, I think, right?
Yeah, so the premise is that he...
And he enters this spelling bee. And
As a grown man.
So that's funny enough, right? But
the premise is he's got eligibility left.
Because he
according
dropped
to the
out of
rules.
school at 8th grade. Even at 30-something, he can join back.
Nothing says 30-something can't be in a spelling bee.
Yeah, Airbud rules. Right, of
true.
course.
I love
And because he was Teen Wolf too,
Yeah.
it applies.
Yeah.
this film has the perfect tone for me.
It is
I love
wonderful.
this film. So Jason Bateman's character,
Filthy.
An asshole.
just a jerk.
Filthy jerk.
He befriends kind of, again, because much of the cast or much of the scenes is around these 8th graders.
Yeah.
right?
They're all 12 and 13-year-old boys and girls
And so
that are competing in the National Scholastic Spelling Bee Championship.
So there is a kid that is essentially his number one competitor that also wants it. Who's got other things going on.
Indian American. His parents are clearly very strict.
Yep. And he wants to win this as well.
Of course.
But they become friends. And they're not sure if they're friends or if they're competitors. Anyway, there's a lot of dynamic around that relationship, right?
It's there is a lot of the keep your enemies close type thing.
Let me give you one of the things I love about this film, because it was a reminder, because I say this because I watched 50-50 because of this film. In this film is Philip Baker Hall, who died, I think, last year, I think. Philip Baker Hall is a character. Would you say character actor?
Yeah.
I think he was. I mean, I don't think he was ever a main leading guy, but he was a character actor. And I loved Philip Baker Hall in 50-50, and I've seen him in so many different things throughout his, he died at 90 like last year or the year before.
Yeah.
And so he had been working for a long time, and he is in this film. And he's just great in this film. Like, he's not, like, great because he's affable and lovable, but, like, I just love every time he's on screen, because he has, for me, a connection to the camera that I really, really love. And so, from top to bottom, I genuinely am embarrassed I didn't see this film because I loved it. It was perfectly me.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's
Great
a
film.
really
funny,
film.
but also heartfelt.
Yeah, there's a lot of
complicated.
nuance.
I love the complicated nature of it. There's, of course, parental dynamics there, right? Actually, much of the film is about parental dynamics, not just about Jason Bateman's character, but also about the kids' expectations. And anytime you talk about parental dynamics, I'm going to love it. And so, just really, really lovely film.
Good, man. I'm glad you loved it.
Does it cross over with any of the other Bad Universe movies?
Go on.
Bad Boys?
Teacher, Bad Santa, Bad Company,
Yeah, they're
Bad
all
Moms.
they're all in the same universe.
Yeah,
Cameron
that's
Diaz
a shared. That's a shared universe.
Actually, is the connection.
So,
Bad Boys for Life.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't that be funny?
No,
if Philip Baker Hall was in all of those films somehow.
and he ties them all together.
Yeah, exactly. Catherine Hahn is in this too.
Yes, Catherine Hahn is in this.
I love you, Catherine Hahn.
We do.
Do you really love Catherine Hahn?
I
absolutely.
really do. She's just a sweet angel.
She's fantastic.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen The Visit, that's a nice horror movie. M. Night Shyamalan, kind of a resurgence for him, and she's in that, and she's wonderful in it as the mom.
Mm-hmm. Small
So-
role though.
Definitely.
I
See,
loved her.
I know.
Definitely see Bad Words is on Netflix. You can watch it there.
Yes.
Ta-da!
All right, Betty Bear. What did you see?
All right. Well, let's just take our time.
Ben the Bear, here he comes. He's got movies for everyone. Ben the Bear, what has he seen? He's seen more than your Uncle Gene.
There you go.
Seen more than your Uncle Gene.
That's how impromptu songs
That's
work.
fair. That's fair. I'm literally just I'll run down them just real quick, buddy.
Well, don't just be lazy
I
about it.
love the rundown.
I'll run down pretty quick, and then
It's a
I'll go
great
back and
movie.
talk about a couple of them.
Maybe we'll
Rock.
interrupt you when we want to.
I watched Mr. Deeds.
Okay, now let's talk about this real quick.
The original or the Adam Sandler?
No, I watched the Adam
Well, the
Sandler
original is
one.
called
The
Mr. Deeds
original.
Goes to Washington.
Yeah, I watched Mr. Deeds with Winona Ryder.
I'm gonna tell you this. I don't hate Mr. Deeds.
No, neither do I.
I'm not the biggest fan.
Oh, I actually kind of
It's
like
fine.
it.
This
It's
is-
got a little charm to me.
This for me was when
okay.
he started to go downhill.
Yeah, this is definitely a
I don't dislike
downhill.
it. I'm gonna say it.
I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
I watched Hustle again. I've seen that previously, but I did
Hustle and Flow.
watch. Nope, just Hustle. Just the Adam Sandler basketball one.
Hey, did you guys watch his newest special?
I did.
Was it any good?
It is.
It is. It's also weird.
It's so.
It's directed by one of the Safdie brothers.
Yeah, and actually, I think what I appreciate about it though is that because they have these bookends and they shot it very cinematically, so that it feels kind of like a Safdie brothers movie, which is like uncut gems that Adam Sandler was in. And they kind of play out this like scenario where like it's Adam Sandler playing himself, but like there's clearly some like actors in the scenes creating like it's tension.
It's very. It's what I don't like, Nate.
It's chaos.
It's chaos, and it's like uncomfortable. They're
Yeah.
making it uncomfortable on purpose. You
Oh.
got autograph seekers.
so-
they're dicks, and
so-
he's trying to sign, and it's like they're like using kids to like get the autograph, and he's uncomfortable, and then it's like you try to like go on stage, and like,
Someone's
people-
trying to get him to sign stuff for like a charity auction,
and he's got to go, and it's like, and then he doesn't have a sweatshirt that he needs. It's just very uncomfortable the whole time, and I'm like,
But
why?
it- but not-
Why?
but-
I
so-
just,
but-
I just want to laugh.
But not the whole time. That's just the bookend. But the special itself, what they did is, and Adam knew that they were going to do some stuff. He just didn't know what they were going to do. But they created these mishaps to happen during the show that Adam Sandler had to kind of roll with. So like the main monitor wasn't working on stage, so they couldn't show graphics that were supposed to go along with some of the songs, or that's what they portrayed anyway. A dog ran in on the stage and like into the audience. It was like, what the fuck's
There was
going on?
an argument in the audience where people told each other to fuck off.
So guess what though? That actually was a real thing that happened that they did not stage.
Really?
Yeah. And Safdie said, he was like, I was thinking to myself, oh my God, he's going to think that I did this. But in an interview, it was a Q&A after the thing, Adam said that he's like, oh no, there was a
You can
different
tell.
energy about that
Yeah.
that felt real.
Because in the audience, like they were basically like somebody was laughing, and then hey man, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And they, "Hey, man, I'm just laughing. You shut the fuck up. And it escalated. And I'm thinking, oh Jesus, this is all scripted and bullshit.
No.
And I'm like, oh, that's the one that wasn't.
Yeah, that's the one
scripted.
that wasn't scripted.
And Adam Sandler's on stage going like, hey guys, hey,
Yeah.
we're all just here having a good time.
And then he even made a callback to it later, a joke about, yeah.
Chill out.
But if you liked 100% Fresh, this is very much it. Like just as good. He does original songs. He does weird, absurd, abstract bits where he like makes up stories that are like fantastical and weird, but he also tells them in a funny way.
I personally didn't need the chaos aspect of it.
Sure.
Because for me, I enjoy his comedy enough where I don't need, and I know what they were doing, right? You're
You just want to play with the format.
you're winding up tension a little bit,
Yeah.
and then you get a laugh, and it's a release, and so
Yeah.
you're playing that valve, and I get that. I don't need that though.
No,
there
I-
was way too much of it.
I don't disagree. I don't think that it ever really overshadowed the special itself.
I
'Cause-
just every time I was doing, it, I was like, "What?" After the first two things that went bad, I'm like, "Okay, well, what else is going to go bad?" But yeah, I didn't need necessarily. After like the second time they did it, I just kept waiting for like the next bad thing to happen
Yeah.
rather than being able to focus really on his comedy. And so I'm smart enough to understand what they were doing. Also, I didn't need it.
Yeah.
I guess that's my
No,
my takeaway.
I think it's just them wanting to do something a little bit different.
Sure, and I respect
yeah,
I
that's
respect both of them enough to like let them do
Yeah.
that and be fine with it. I just wish there was a version of it where I could just watch his set because the comedy. I guess in my defense, the comedy is good enough to stand on its own. It doesn't necessarily need the shock.
No, for
thing
sure. I get that,
You know,
yeah.
that's all. He's 100% fresh. Didn't have any of that, and it was wonderful.
Yeah,
So-
and no, but the Sandler's material here is great.
It's,
He has-
no, yeah, because let's focus on that for a second. It's really funny.
yeah, it's really really funny.
Yeah.
I could have done without the Rob Schneider cameo
Oh wow, that was so weird.
because the thing is
Why is he still
Rob
so
Schneider
loyal
just
to
comes
Rob
up and he
Schneider?
just does a honest to God Elvis impersonation,
like
and that's it.
yeah, like he's being earnest about it. Like there's nothing really funny about it. Like people laugh.
Sweaty.
Yeah, he's very sweaty. People laugh at him when like he shakes his ass and stuff. But it is an earnest and if I will say a not bad
Not
Elvis
bad,
impression.
yeah.
But I don't need to see Rob Schneider doing that on this.
Especially because I know who he is.
Yeah, it doesn't add anything. And like at least when he popped up in 100% Fresh, it was like part of Adam Sandler's song, and he wasn't around for very long. But this goes on for too long. It's not funny, and it serves no purpose whatsoever.
And also, Rob Schneider is a horrible human being.
Right.
Yeah, I just don't understand why he chooses to be so loyal to.
It's
like,
so
fine,
weird.
you want to still be friends with him off camera, but like,
Right.
you know that bringing him. I mean, he's got people around him. He's got a team around him. He's got to be able to. Somebody's telling him, dude.
Did Rob Schneider save Adam Sandler's life at a certain point? Is that what this is?
Probably.
You know,
Like,
well, gave me a kidney, so.
There are certainly people that are on the edge of some of that you could include, right?
Like, we still hang out with Brad.
Yeah, I mean,
Alex Pappas is here right now on the show.
Wow.
That's true.
You know?
But
we know what your skeletons.
Feels weird.
I am friends that I'm loyal to, even though, like, if I like met them today and we had like a brief conversation about current events, then I would just walk away from them. So
yeah,
who
everybody,
Tim Gust.
Everybody has a Rob Schneider in their life.
That's true, Ben.
Yeah, Tim Gust.
But
I'm just joking, Tim. I love you. Yeah. So anyway, I'll keep going. So I watched American Psycho.
Good.
For the first time in a long time.
Okay.
And I
yourself?
Picked up actually a little bit. No, I picked up on quite a few things that obviously I didn't see 20 years ago when I first saw it.
Yeah.
I really did enjoy his performance more.
Yeah.
Christian Bale is wonderful in this.
Of course.
Saw Inside Out 2.
Yeah.
Finally.
What'd you think?
I like that one.
I liked it a lot.
It's wonderful.
It's okay.
Shut up, Alex.
It's good. It's I don't think there's a debate though. I think the first one's still way better.
Oh no, of course,
infinitely better.
Yeah. So
not infinite.
I had just heard that, like, maybe it was from you, maybe it was from else.
Very, very
that,
good.
That the second one is almost as good as and I don't believe that. I think that the first one is like, if the first one's a 90.
No, I mean, I think the first one is. I think the first one is
good.
Pixar's best movie, and I think that this doesn't come necessarily close, but I don't think it's like far worse than the first.
No,
one.
it's not. It's just a different movie. It's just is for as much as it's the same idea, right? There's just so much more going on in this one with all of the channeling of the.
Well, there's so much more going on in Riley's life, Ben. She's
like,
a complicated teenage girl,
traversing to the back of the mind and all that. Like, there's a lot more.
But I like that.
But it's just a different movie. It's just like I think that the idea that you had more of a limited cast of characters in the first one actually was a benefit for the movie because you got to really delve into those. So
because you just have a hard time keeping track of things.
Oh my god!
I will say, I'll go back to my initial critique. The only thing that didn't happen in this film that happened in the first one is they didn't have that gut-wrenching bing bong type of scene.
Yeah.
Right?
I was expecting something to really make me cry, and this did not do that.
This didn't have that.
And maybe it's because I heard it was going to make me cry.
It was still emotionally resonant for me, but it didn't have that one scene where it's like, God, I'm going to cry when I watch it.
Because I think, and maybe that's my fault for watching it a little too late, because I had heard, like, oh my God, kids are going to love it and adults are going to cry. And I was like, it wasn't not as emotionally poignant as the first one.
It's fine.
I will say this: where it was poignant was talking about the human and child adolescent psychological experiment, right? Where kids are going through these experiments.
Yeah.
And I thought it did a great job of personifying this idea.
I think maybe Alex and Ben
and
just haven't like really reconciled their childhood trauma, and they're just really like bearing it down.
Likely.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of over Pixar color blobs teaching me about basic human emotions. Like
Alex doesn't like feeling the emotions.
Like I've seen a lot of color blobs.
Have you tried Jacky Dan?
Last year,
because let me tell you, it pushes them way down.
Last year I watched them.
Now
I
will admit,
whole force metaphor about elements.
They come out and some violent tendencies.
Oh, so now Alex isn't into elemental relationships.
Elemental wasn't good.
I have not seen it.
Doesn't like interracial relationships.
Was it not good, Alex?
I didn't like it.
No, Elemental is good. You wouldn't like it. You wouldn't like it because you don't have a romantic heart.
I'm racist against fire.
Elemental was fine. It was Inside Out 2 was far better. But Elemental was fine.
This is coming from a guy that loves Zootopia, though. So
I think that
I love Zootopia.
I'm pretty sure.
So what's that say to me?
Nate saw Elemental when he was going through a divorce.
Yeah, I'm the one that cried in Barbie because Barbie wouldn't love Ken.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, also I saw Wreck-It Ralph again because the boys wanted to watch that.
Nice.
Watch Wreck-It Ralph.
It's a fun movie.
It is a fun movie. You know what movie we watched as a family? Atlantis. The Disney's Atlantis. The hand-drawn one.
It's pretty good.
It is,
but it's no Treasure Planet.
It's not. Treasure Planet is badass.
Yeah.
That's definitely the better of the two. films.
Atlantis has some interesting moving parts and cool animation, but the story is like not quite.
It's kind of held together
Yeah.
flimsily.
rough.
I will say the cast of characters is fun.
Yes,
For sure.
I agree with that.
The guy that has the TNT and the dynamite,
Yeah.
he's just, these are fun characters.
Yeah.
I watched Nobody again for like the 5th time. I just love that movie.
Okay.
Watched Falling Down.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what that is, guys?
That's with
sounds
Mikey
familiar.
D.
Michael Douglas.
Yeah.
Where he,
Joel
Yeah,
Schumacher.
yeah,
film?
he plays. He's the angry dude in the tie, right?
where
Yeah.
he basically
Yeah.
loses his mind and says "fuck it," and then takes a bag of Uzis that he gets
Yeah.
and
This
goes into
stars
it.
Bag of Uzis.
Robbie Duvall.
Yeah.
I love Robert Duvall.
And this is a very good movie. It's very different than anything really that I've seen since. The main character, the protagonist of the film, is also the antagonist of the film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a very nuanced thing. It's honestly, this is hard for an actor to do. Michael Douglas does a brilliant job of technically being the bad guy, and he's not like a Venom anti-hero.
Yeah.
He's a bad guy, but he thinks he's the good guy.
Right.
And wow, what a performance! And Robert Duvall plays great. And then there's a bit of like when you're watching it, some of the shit you're like, yeah, I just wish somebody would. Like it's 10:20, it's 10:31, and I can't get breakfast at McDonald's. Are you fucking kidding? Like you just see his rage. So one of the things about the film that I didn't recognize when I watched it the first time that I watched it this time is how much they really make the heat of the day a character in the film. They really they do that wavy,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call that for the cinematography, and the sweat and everything. Everybody is pushed to their limit because of this.
Yeah.
Everybody's already raw with emotion because of it, and now he is just losing his fucking shit with this. That choice to make the heat a real part of it, I didn't notice that the first time I saw the movie, and it was great.
It's almost like the heat was a character.
It's almost like the heat is on.
The heat is on.
I knew you were going to do that.
What movie were you talking about again?
Falling down. For the listener, we just took like a 10-minute break so Nate could pee.
Hey, Alex peed.
I thought we were talking about The Lion King.
It was 2 piece.
The Lion
there
King.
were
The Heat played a main
Another
character.
famously
in The
hot
Lion
movie.
King is famously hot.
Yeah, it was. It's very hot. The African savannah is scorching.
I'm really hot. Demisiwa.
Good.
Anyway, I watched Men in Black.
Good.
I watched Zombieland.
The
Oh.
first.
All right.
I watched Zombieland Double Tap.
Oh no.
Sure.
I watched Major Pain.
Wait, what?
Ah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Major Pain.
Yeah.
Classic.
That's a
And
classic
Honestly, it's
comedy, the
solid.
kind they don't really make anymore.
it's got like an 11% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah,
of course.
it's a
but
very silly movie, but I like
there
it.
Oh,
is-
love it.
There are a couple of lines.
It.
I'm not joking. I haven't laughed that hard in years.
Which
Like,
ones?
And I'm really racking my brain right now. But it's I think one of the times where he basically, a little kid is scared. The littlest boy is scared about something, and he goes on and on about how he's killing Charlie.
Yeah.
And just ripping their skulls out. And of course, I had a grenade and I put it in his ass and it exploded. And he's like yelling at this kid who's having nightmares. And the love interest walks in the room and is like, Major Payne, no. And he's like, what? He needs to know. He's just a fucking psycho, right?
Yeah, Damon
Man,
Wayans is
and
pretty funny.
Hillary
Yeah.
is
Beautiful.
beautiful.
Calm down.
She is gorgeous.
She's
Also, she is so full of red flags if she's interested in a guy like Major Payne.
killing is my business.
I'm sorry, he's-
and
And
business,
business
is
is
good.
It is good.
That's a good Major Payne.
Oh, I love it. I love that film.
Really, really laughed. So if you haven't watched Major Payne in a while, do yourself a favor. It's fucking great.
No, I used to watch that movie a lot when I was a kid. And I would rent the tape a lot from the library. It was one of the ones that we didn't own, but I kept repeatedly getting it to
Gosh
watch.
darn, it's so freaking good. I mean, good is it's so funny.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
I have the same feeling about Sergeant Bilko, actually. funnily
sure.
enough. I don't think it's particularly good, but I enjoy watching it.
Sure. Maybe it's just something about military comedies like that.
Is that like a little
Down
bit?
Periscope, same thing for me.
Renaissance Man.
I love Down Periscope.
Do you really?
I really do.
Is that Kelsey Grammer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
It's stupid.
Rob Schneider.
Oh boy.
That's why.
Yeah,
That
so
explains it.
give him some
That
respect.
explains it.
I'm sorry. I watched it for French Stewart, and that's it.
Well, yeah.
And then I watched Payback with Mel Gibson.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I almost watched that the other night.
Okay.
It's
yeah, I mean,
terrible.
Is it really?
Is it bad
It's
though?
actually, I
Is
remember
it?
liking it when I was
Yeah,
younger.
Because I remember liking it.
It's not
Yeah.
good.
Ah.
It's way too long. It's boring. There's not a lot going on.
Too
It's
racist.
90 minutes.
And that's saying something then. It's just,
Wow.
well, the problem for that movie, honestly, is that kind of like Falling Down, the protagonist is almost the antagonist. He's not a good guy.
Right.
But there's legitimately they don't give him any redeeming qualities at all. It's just that he's kind of defending
I mean, literally,
a
the,
hooker that he used to hook up with a little bit. And that's maybe a little
A
savory.
hooker that he used to know.
Oh my God.
the tagline on the poster for the film is "Get ready to root for the bad guy."
And you don't.
Oof, that hasn't aged well.
Still not rooting for the bad guy.
Because the whole premise is everybody keeps thinking that they owe him $130,000, and he keeps correcting them to $70,000.
Yeah.
And he keeps saying, "What's wrong with you guys? $70,000." And they beat it so over the head. It's just so stupid. There's no redeeming qualities about this movie. I didn't like it at all.
Wow.
Same
Take
thing
that,
with
Payback.
Get Carter, the
Oh.
remake of the 1960s one.
I
which
actually haven't seen it.
don't. It's horrible.
Yeah,
Again,
that's the lone one.
terrible.
Yeah, it's also not that.
Terrible.
Not that
Do they
good.
get him though?
They do.
I think I like Payback more than I like Get Carter.
I think Payback technically is the better film,
think
and
I
that's
like
not
Payback
saying
more.
much.
Yeah, Get Carter has an 11%
It's
favorable
terrible.
rating.
Rebel Ridge, of course. I watched the original Beetlejuice on the way because I want to watch Beetlejuice. I watched the Birdcage.
Had you never seen it before?
Oh, I've seen it. I just
Oh,
haven't
okay.
seen it in 20 years.
Oh man.
So good.
It's really,
Love
it
that
still
movie.
holds up. Here's the weird thing about the Birdcage, in my opinion. At the end of the movie, do you remember what happens right at the end of the movie, Brad?
Yeah, Gene Hackman comes out in drag, and they're leaving the club, and then he tells his driver to meet him at the corner, and the driver's like, "Not for $1 million."
And then what happens?
And then the camera pans away,
And the movie ends.
that's it. Yeah.
So
Oh, and then there's a wedding during the credits.
the whole premise of this film is so here's what I thought they were going to do versus what they did do. I thought that the conservative senator would finally come around and be like, "Oh, gay people aren't bad." They don't have that ending. And it's not good or bad. I'm just saying they don't
Yeah.
do that. Where normally that's the point of a movie like that, is like to show that people can grow. Nope, they just kind of end the film with, "Yeah, we helped the guy who hates us.
All right.
He's good."
It was
But I-
1996. Don't Ask, Don't Tell was still
Well,
out
and
there.
it's what, and actually, I
It's
kind
just
of,
it was a weird ending to me.
I kind of think it's better to not like have leaned into that and like had that reconciliation, because like it's, even though it's not explicitly said, having the wedding during the credits means they did
Sure.
allow
There's
it to
growth.
happen,
And there's
yeah,
growth.
there is some kind of understanding there.
That's fair. I think that there maybe could have been
It is
a
interesting
little bit
though,
more
to
of
see
a
how
wink
much
and a
we've
nod.
grown.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think people forget in
Right.
30 years how much things have changed.
But
right?
I mean, you credit where credit's due. Even though is it even? I don't even know if it's even appropriate for a straight person to play gay anymore. I don't know what the rule is now, but Robin Williams is tremendous.
No,
of
Nathan
course.
No,
Lane-
he's great.
Nathan Lane is gay.
I know, but Hank Azaria is picture perfect.
Oh, he's hilarious
He's
in this movie.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And he's not gay, but like he plays it so well.
No, he's phenomenal in this movie as well. I love the Birdcage. I think
Birdcage is good.
it's a fantastic comedy from that era.
It really is.
Nathan Lane
trying to be straight and like walking and just the stuff at
Yeah.
the restaurant is better than some of the stuff Robin Williams is doing.
The part
it's
that-
so good.
One part that always makes me laugh out loud is when Nathan Lane gets upset because he thinks Robin Williams has kind of like is maybe hooking back up with the woman who was pregnant with his
Yeah.
son. And when Nathan Lane leaves and he gets in the car and he accidentally honks the horn and,
And he
the way he
screams at himself?
screams is amazing. It's hilarious.
It's
Was that the
awesome.
height of Nathan Lane's career, you think?
I mean, Lion King and that.
I
Mouse
think
Hunt.
yeah,
That's
he
what I'm
was
saying, Lion
Mouse
Yeah.
Hunt, Lion King, 90s, mid-90s,
Yeah.
man.
he
Lion
was
King,
pretty famous around this time. I think that this I think that he's still
Stuart Little.
equally as famous, but I think at the time like that everyone like suddenly knew who Nathan Lane was.
I would say that Nathan Lane in the mid-90s
Like the
was,
94 through 97 era of Nathan Lane.
Yeah.
he would have been probably 10 times as famous as he is now. I mean, people know who he is, Brad, but he's not super famous.
And they know who he is too because he is a Broadway legend as
Right.
well.
Yeah, I
But,
think
like,
he's still pretty.
but mainstream
But he's
media
not
knew who
really
he was then.
doing a ton right now.
He's
I-
just-
but I think
only
that's-
Murders in the Building, baby.
But I think that's just because that's the time when he made a name for himself.
That's what I'm saying.
And
It's okay to say that he was more famous
but
then,
he's
Brad.
still as famous now.
No, he's not. He was more famous then.
I disagree.
Anyway.
I'm just saying at the height of his career, like that's when he was producing some incredible stuff. Right?
I watched Free Fire.
with
Remember that movie?
Brie Larson and Tom Hiddleston.
Oh, an Armie Hammer.
It's a good movie.
It is a good movie. It's a 90-minute shootout based in the 1970s. All it is a shootout the whole time.
All right.
Lots of great characters in that one.
I watched Sonic the Hedgehog for the first time.
Hey, there you
Yeah,
go.
I like Sonic.
I actually liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Is it fun to watch? I
watched
watch it with the boys.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's for a kids film. It's fun.
And Jim Carrey is obviously pulling out all the stops as what's his name?
Eggman.
Eggman.
And James
Robotnik.
James Marsden is
does
great.
fine, right?
Yeah.
Like he's just not bad.
I watched,
Ben Schwartz does a great job for the voice of that.
Oh,
too.
absolutely. Yeah, I love Ben Schwartz.
Ben Schwartz is great as the voice, and I like that Jim Carrey is going over. But I think the second one is better than the first one.
So I'm going to watch the second one.
But my biggest frustration is that they couldn't
Didn't
really
have a real hedgehog.
No, it's just they couldn't really figure out a way to like make the story make sense for Sonic as a character because like he spends too much time sitting in the car with James Marsden when he can run as fast as the wind.
Yeah, but he doesn't know how to get to San Francisco.
This doesn't make any sense.
You know, so it's a film. Let's let it be. a film.
Films can make sense.
They
He's
have
the
to have,
donut lord. You just gotta hang out with the
Donut
donut
Lord.
lord.
I was
What's the
surprised.
woman?
I wasn't expecting any.
I mean, I don't know,
Lord
man.
But come on, Donut Lord, you got that one.
I got that one.
Donut Lord, and who's the lady? Oh, what's he called, the lady?
Donut Lady.
No.
Donut.
Anyway.
The rings.
But I wasn't expecting anything from that film. So going
Right.
into it, like, oh, this isn't bad at all. Like,
Yeah,
you know?
no, I enjoyed it.
I
enjoyed the
rewatched
second one too.
The Flash for the second time.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
how was it?
Alright.
I know you're.
I enjoyed the
Ezra Miller.
Barry and Barry.
Barry and Barry
scenes
are
a lot
funny,
more.
yeah.
You're a
Still hate the Chronicle.
famous defender of Ezra Miller.
Oh yeah, no. What he can do no wrong. What
Personal
did he
choices,
why? What
yeah.
did he do? No, but it's Michael Keaton is great as Batman, obviously.
So is George Clooney.
Okay. I watched Wet Hot American Summer for the first time.
You've never seen Wet Hot American Summer?
I've never seen it.
We're gonna judge you so bad right now.
I know.
Wow.
Wow.
It's good.
Oh.
Calm down.
What the fuck, man?
It's good.
What?
It's
like,
it's
why
good.
don't you like comedy?
Yeah, this is like
it's good.
this movie's so good. You're
It's
an
good.
asshole.
No, it's good.
Is it because of Paul Rudd? You hate Paul Rudd.
Only a
You do hate
couple.
Hold on,
things-
did you get it?
Oh my god.
Yeah, did
you
you
didn't get it. Oh, that's why.
Have you ever
Only-
seen They Came
Oh
Together?
my
I don't think you're in
God.
on the joke, buddy.
I hate
It's
all
right.
of you.
It's fine. You don't get it. You
I don't
don't
think-
understand Ken Marino. You don't.
I don't
get
think
Michael
Ben.
Ian Black.
I don't think
It's
Ben
fine.
saw a lot of the like '80s like camp comedies that like this is emulating. I
Because
think
he would. Because
yeah.
he was watching like Jean-Claude Van Damme films.
Oh yeah, bros beating up bros.
Come on, let's watch some bro movies.
Let's watch Blood Kick.
Blood kick.
Yeah.
It's blood sport, and you know it.
No, that's
Not
blood.
And
in
it's
this
kick,
universe.
It's kickboxer.
Kick
and you know it.
Kick blood.
Kick blood.
Yep.
The sequel.
It's Kick Puncher.
The Blood Fist.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's good. I laughed a lot. I think that it
Just
gets
stop. Just
it
stop
gets
there.
in its
It's
own
good.
way
You laughed a lot.
little bit
This is embarrassing.
because even if you're doing a parody, there are moments in that movie where they go. It's just against the same type of movie they're making. For example, there is a way they did a good solid parody of a lot of it, like the scene on the dock where Paul Rudd's not paying attention to the kid who died.
Yeah.
That's a great scene.
Yeah.
Right? And then the other kid that complains, they throw him on the side of the road.
Yeah.
That running bit, that's great.
Yeah.
The scene where they go into the city and go crazy on heroin.
That's fucking hilarious. That sequence is amazing.
See, but I think though that they've built the universe, and then that's the one scene that takes it even too far.
No, I don't. I
Where-
disagree. I think it's exactly in the spirit of with they came together.
See, but see,
Like, they came together
but they only
is-
do that one time.
No, they came together. Does it several times.
No,
Like,
no. I'm talking about in Wet Hot American Summer. They do that one time where it gets that crazy, and then they don't really reach that again.
I disagree because you have the cook who's talking to fucking food.
Yeah.
That's not like a parody thing. Like that's equally as absurd, if not more so.
It's absurd, sure, but that's one character who's a crazy person talking to a can. So I'm fine with that. But I think that it'd be different if the can was talking to multiple characters, and I'd be like, okay, this is insane.
But no, the heroin thing still acts as a parody because there were always scenes in those kinds of movies where the kids went into town and like were having fun and like sneaking into liquor stores to get alcohol, and that takes to a new level by having them get addicted to heroin.
I just think that one scene is just way off kilter compared to the rest of the parody.
You're so wrong. It's just it's right in there, and like even just the scene where Paul Rudd is getting exasperated by having to pick up the plate on the floor
plate.
and everything.
The plate
Oh
is
my
so
god.
good.
No, that's great.
The whole movie's great. The whole movie's
No,
hilarious.
there's a bunch of that stuff works, and then there's a few things that don't. I'm just saying.
The whole movie, it's brilliant. Nate, can you do something about this? Like,
I've given up on him. You know that. I've
It's
watched
like,
my hands.
listen, it's good.
you know,
It's fine. It's fine. Is
Just when I
Brad
think,
gonna
like-
leave? Is Brad gonna leave?
just when I think
He
that you
got
have,
up. He did get up.
just
He
when I
got
think
up.
you have like respect for cinema, like you do something like this.
You drop the ball.
Anyway, I watched The Quick and the Dead
Great fucking movie.
last night.
Did
It
you
was
get
the
that
last-
one?
Last movie I watched. Yeah, no, I don't really get. I think that Gene Hackman's not very good in it.
Wow.
No. It was great. It's a great movie. Sam Raimi directed that, and there are so many now that I've seen it a couple times, but this most recent rewatch, you can really see the Sam Raimi touches in that film.
Yeah, his visual style's all over
the
it.
close-ups and the turning of the camera and the over the top, like when he he shoots a guy and then he flips over backwards too
Yeah.
far. It's very Sam Raimi, and I love it.
Yeah, it's an awesome movie.
But Brad, I watched one more film.
What movie did you watch,
I
Ben?
watched the one that you gave me, buddy.
Like 5 weeks ago.
like 5 weeks ago. And Nate, if you can name the movie that Brad gave me 5 weeks ago, I will buy you 2 steak dinners.
Whoa, 2?
Yeah, this film is Reindeer Games.
It is Reindeer Games.
Damn it.
It's a movie called What If with Daniel Radcliffe.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very good.
Yeah.
I will give that to you. It's very good. Very paint by numbers.
Yeah.
Like you see it coming from a mile away that, oh my God, it's a movie about a guy that meets a girl who's in a relationship, and it's basically, can you be a platonic friend with a girl who has a boyfriend? And the thing they do right in this movie, in my opinion, is the boyfriend is not this out and out, old school style Craig Kilborn
No, he's not an asshole.
cheating on,
Yeah.
he's just a boyfriend.
Yeah.
And I love that they did that, because
Yeah.
in most of these, right, you ham
You
it
want
up
it, yeah.
and you want to just hate that guy. He's just a normal kind of weird, not weird, but just kind of elitist,
Yeah.
well, you need to do something with your life type boyfriend. There's really nothing wrong with him.
Yeah.
And also they do something great where within the first act, the boyfriend asks Daniel Radcliffe's character, are you trying to fuck my girlfriend?
Yeah.
Like kind of as an aside. And you don't see that coming.
Yeah.
I love things like that. It was very realistic,
Yeah.
the writing. At the same time, you can easily see this coming the whole time, where, of course, Daniel Radcliffe is already smitten with this girl, tells her that he's not, and then it takes a very long time
Yeah.
for the movie to resolve. I really wish they would have come to the conclusion maybe at the halfway point rather than when the movie's like 4/5 the way over. That's my only complaint, because I was getting a little, okay, let's get to the point where they had the confrontation, because I know it's coming.
Yeah.
But overall, really, really solid.
For those of you that don't know, if you haven't seen this movie, Zoe Kazan is the girl in this movie. She's from The Big Sick with Kumail Nanjiani.
Yes.
And
She's great in it as
Yeah,
well.
she's wonderful. Adam Driver is in this movie.
Oh my God, I totally forgot. So if you've ever seen any just scene in the zeitgeist on YouTube just randomly where he goes, I just had nachos.
No, I
Or,
just had sex and I'm about to have
nachos. That's from this movie, and it's wonderful.
It's one of the best line deliveries
Yeah.
I've ever. And Adam Driver, the fact that it comes from Adam Driver makes it that much better, especially if you watch this movie after seeing what Adam Driver became. Like it's crazy to see this scene after he's become
he
Kylo Ren,
plays just like a kind of assholey best friend.
but not in like
Not a dick.
Yeah,
But just like a
he's
I'm
obnoxious.
I'm gonna push your boundaries because you need your boundaries pushed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just had sex and I'm about to have nachos.
Yeah.
And then the line beyond that is like, unless you're going to ruin this post-sex nacho moment for me with whatever you're about to tell me. And, of course, he tells him bad news, and it does ruin it. And that scene just plays out, and it's really fun.
We gotta get some nachos. I think.
Nachos.
I love nachos.
Good times.
So, yeah, those are the 23
There's not
movies.
a day I couldn't have nachos.
So
Yeah.
I don't really like nachos all that much.
Really?
I'm not joking. I really don't.
Surprised.
Hey, do you put tomatoes on your nachos?
I don't like tomatoes.
Good man.
Buddy.
Did you put cilantro on your nachos?
Typically, I don't. No.
Okay.
that's
I
not
don't
a-
mind
that's not
cilantro,
a
but I'll
cilantro.
put some lettuce
No,
on
good
it
man.
if I don't mind. I
Do
don't
you like
mind
guac
cilantro.
on your nachos?
I don't like guacamole.
What are you doing?
You don't like guacamole?
I don't like guacamole.
Interesting.
I'm not a
Okay.
huge guacamole fan either.
I like guac. You like guac, Alex?
Yes.
I like guac. Yeah.
And tomatoes.
By the way, did you say white people?
Yeah.
I'm more
like
What are you?
What are you?
He's Greek.
I tell you what,
That's
I
pretty
eat,
fucking
I,
white.
eat, I eat tomatoes
Pretty
and
fucking
guacamole. I can tell you
Hey,
that
yo,
much.
Hold on. There's nothing that's like ethnic about tomatoes.
Exactly. I was just say he's
Yeah.
gonna defend that.
It's like, excuse me, I eat tomatoes.
Yeah, the whitest person ever. Ugh.
I don't know. I don't like
Tomatoes are just like soggy, bitter apples.
Yeah.
It's true. They suck, and they
tomatoes.
flavorless, but also with flavor.
Oh, you know
somehow.
what would really make the sandwich great? Red goop. Can I have slimy lips with seeds in them? That would sound good.
This would be better if it tasted like a cookie or a soda.
Exactly.
He's got my number.
What if this tomato tasted like an apple?
Yeah, that'd be fucking great. I would love it if tomato tastes like an apple. I'd put it on cheeseburgers probably.
Not on my nachos.
None of my fucking nachos. Guys, I saw another movie.
Oh,
And
you just pulled a Ben. You pulled a Ben.
We'll field some questions.
Oh
about
no,
this
you
one.
didn't. You said that you were going to do this. Sorry, I thought it was one of those things where I'm like, hey guys, real quick.
No.
I saw a movie.
Unfortunately, Ben couldn't go, as we mentioned, but
He chose not to.
I did see
Because I'm sick.
"Quote unquote" sick.
Saturday Night, the Saturday Night Live movie. Not only did I see Saturday Night, but I have seen this movie twice.
Yeah, you're a real jerk about
Yeah,
it. By
thanks
the
for
way,
rubbing it in, man.
on the X, you're like, hey, this film's so good. I've seen it twice.
I'm not gonna be able to shut up about it.
I'm not gonna be able to shut up on it. I'm like, I did the rolling eyes because that's just dumb.
Guys, this movie is outstanding. This is the SNL movie that I've dreamed of. Like having a movie about the premiere of SNL and how it came together, the energy, how funny it is, the performances, the way like they move the camera through Studio 8H, just all of it, the way the story unfolds. It is intense. It's really funny. The performances are outstanding. Everybody in it is great. I fucking loved this movie. I can't wait for everybody to see it. It's really, really good.
Can we do a takedown of a film critic? Can you do a takedown of a film critic right now?
What do you mean?
I'm going to give you what this film critic says, and you take it down.
Oh,
All right?
Take it
Okay,
down.
tell them why they're wrong.
Yeah. So takedown. There's a new segment I'm starting called
I'm
Takedown
not-
of
or
Film
not.
Critic.
The funny thing is, I bet you I know who this reviewer is because
Armin
Who do you think
White.
it is?
I think it's David Ehrlich.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Benjamin Lee of The Guardian gave the
Oh.
movie an extremely negative review, summarizing it with the title, "Tedious SNL Origins Tale is an unfunny misfire," with the subheadline reading, Jason Reitman's 70s set comedy detailing the first ever episode of Saturday Night Live is a dull and self-indulgent mess. He awarded the film only 1 star out of 5. Take him down.
Oh, well, he's a fucking idiot, obviously, because if he's at the Guardian, he's probably just some stuck-up British tea sucker, and he doesn't.
Hey, do his impression, Ben. Do his impression.
Oh,
Hey, God, no, I want to go see this movie on Saturday night.
yeah. Fucking teeth fall out while he's talking about it. Probably.
Crazy fucking thing, right? This movie, right, is on a Tuesday, is when they had the screening.
I bet the movie was about how Monty Python came together. He probably jizz all over himself.
What the hell? You got a movie on Saturday night, the premiere's on a Tuesday? My goodness, the Queen would roll over. I won't even talk about it.
Oh my god, I wanted to kill a person who made that joke in
I know.
Canada.
That's
That's
why I
why you
said it,
referenced
yeah.
that. Yeah, fucking asshole.
This film looks so good, and I'm so happy because, again, we host the SNL review and recap podcast called the 10 to 1. We love SNL, and it works.
Yeah. And when the time comes, I will direct you guys to the interviews that I conducted with director Jason Reitman, co-writer Gil Keenan, Gabriel LaBelle, who plays Lorne Michaels, Rachel Sennett, who plays Rosie Schuster, and Dylan O'Brien, who plays Dan Aykroyd.
Give me something in this film that you thought surprised you, or how much like that you didn't expect in the film, maybe.
J.K. Simmons as Milton Berle is just a real scene stealer. The scenes he's in are great.
I think he's got a future.
That Simmons.
There are some really fun runners in this movie that I just wasn't thinking about or like expecting that work really well because they keep popping in and out of the movie. But honestly, this movie moves so fast, and just like keeping up with it, it's a lot of fun to watch and like look around and see things. There are some like future SNL Easter eggs that I even caught while watching. And it's just the way the camera weaves in and out of all the spaces and rooms. There's like Paul Thomas Anderson-esque one takes where it's just constantly moving.
God,
and
I
jumping
wish I
around.
knew what that meant.
Oh boy, you know what that
Okay,
is.
this is a weird question, but I hope you get it.
Why are raspberries red?
No, how is the music in the film?
Oh, so the music.
Because I
actually,
love John Batiste.
So here's what's really cool
I
about
love
it
him.
is they recorded the score for the movie live on the Studio 8H stage that they built where they shot the movie. And Batiste didn't
who is probably one of the most talented humans in the world, by the way.
He didn't formally compose a score for this movie. What they did is they brought John Batiste the dailies, like the footage after they had put certain cuts together of scenes, and him and his band improvised music. Like they watched it and they're like, oh, okay, like give us a second, and they wrote stuff and they performed this score that goes. It's
Jesus.
unbelievable.
And that level of talent is just unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't
it?
even know how you do it, but like the score is literally like a ticking clock, and it just keeps the momentum of the movie going nonstop. It's just this movie's incredible.
I can't wait to see this film. When's it come out?
So it's going to be New York, LA first, September 27th, limited release October 4th, wide October 11th.
Nate, do you want to go see this in a theater with me?
Yeah, should we rent it out? Just
Yeah. This is one of those that I'll rent a theater because I do not want.
No, I don't want
ruin
anybody,
this.
and I don't want
talk during
kids
it.
running around.
Yep,
I don't want
anything.
I mean, no kids are going to go to this.
No
anyway,
kids,
but still, I just really want.
Kids love 1970s television.
It's very true. I mean, Bob Newhart, get out of here.
I know you
Tell me about
didn't.
it.
This is the first time at TIFF. I know you didn't spend a ton of time there. Any thoughts of going to the Toronto International Film Festival?
No, unfortunately, I only got to see one movie. I did try to pop into a couple others, but it just didn't work with the schedule, or they didn't have tickets readily available.
They just wouldn't let him in.
I walked up one and like I had my pants half off. It was like, kids took in Megalopolis, and they were like,
Was Megalopolis playing?
yeah. They're like, sir, this is a Wendy's, and it was a rough day. I tried.
Don't steal that joke.
What joke? I was in a Wendy's
Sir,
with my
this
pants
is a
half off, and
Wendy's.
I thought there was a movie playing there.
Megalopolis is a week long, so it was just that one showing.
So there you go. But no, I wish I got to see more at TIFF, but it's, I've been to Sundance a lot, and TIFF just feels like if Sundance unfolded in like a major city.
In Canada?
Yeah. But Canada was great. I had stuff at McDonald's that you can only get in Canada.
Have some poutine?
I did have some poutine. I had some fucking great poutine with bacon
Easy.
and
Easy.
gravy and a
He
garlic.
got aggressive.
little-
Yeah.
I used to fucking.
You got a little horny for that.
let
poutine.
me tell you, I had this fucking hot dog. It was deep fried, had bacon and onions on it.
Toronto style.
And it was a garlic aioli mayo on it.
Yeah, why don't you ever bring poutine to the podcast?
Yeah, bring that home next time.
We're not in Canada.
Or like in like the form
We
of
got some
potato
coke.
chip.
You
or
bring
pudding.
cokies, but you don't have any.
Oh,
fucking
I'll get
poutine?
Oreos that flavored like poutine.
There you go.
You know what? I'd try those.
I bet you would.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
Nate's over here being the straight up. I wouldn't.
Well,
that
you-
just sounds like not a good flavor palette.
You're gonna love it. I guarantee it.
Hey, do you think this is the second, kind of the second major film that Gabriel LaBelle has been in? Do you think he's got it? Do you
Yeah,
think he's gonna
man.
be it?
Especially after talking to him,
Yeah,
like he just seems like he's gonna
He's
be
like
around.
21, 22. Like
Yeah,
he's,
I get Leonardo DiCaprio vibes from him. Honestly, like he just seems like
and
that.
who did he play?
He plays Lord Michaels.
he's
Okay.
he's kind of the star.
yeah,
right?
he just has that caliber of talent, and you can tell that he's.
I feel like
going to
he's
be
on
around.
the cusp, right?
Yeah.
Of like he's gonna get a role soon that's gonna like catapult.
Or we're gonna find out a bunch of domestic violence stuff, and he'll be gone forever. Because
Yeah.
that's what happens. I get excited about somebody, and they're gone forever.
Yeah, it's going to be
You
a
know,
cool
Jonathan
Marvel
Majors.
villain.
Oh,
and then
boy.
it's just gone.
I was excited about you. Now I
Kevin
found out you're a
Spacey.
piece of shit, Kevin Spacey. Okay, you got me there. That's right.
But yeah, Saturday night, I cannot wait for you guys to see it. I'm so pumped.
I really am excited. I don't typically get too disappointed when I have to miss out on things. I really don't. So I feel very fortunate to be able to do what I can do.
Yeah.
This really bummed me out.
It was such a bummer
so
not to have
sad.
you there, buddy.
I really, not doing a bit. I was really sad.
And I want to give another plug. Again, the next season, the 50th season, this is going to be a huge season of SNL. Saturday Night Live is coming up soon. It's going to start in the next month, I think.
The end of September.
And so if you're a fan of Saturday Night Live, do subscribe and listen to our 10 to 1 podcast. And we go through every new episode and recap, review, have a lot of fun talking about that episode. So,
And even if you don't like that, we just went through all 110 digital shorts that The Lonely Island did.
yeah,
And
exactly.
we also talk about SNL films and stuff like that on times where the season is either taking a break or during the summer hiatus. And so, again, if you like that stuff or if you've never listened, a new season is starting on SNL coming up soon. Is a great time to give us a chance over there.
Do we have time to talk about a couple of trailers? I mean, it's a long episode.
Not only
but
do we have time, but yeah, this is a double episode, buddy.
you keep saying that, and I don't know what that means.
It's double the trouble.
Double the trouble, double the fun. That's the statement of the podcast. Better than double Mingum.
Well, you heard it here third.
So, There you go.
All right. Well, trailer. What did we watch?
Let's trailer it up.
Feel like there's a song coming from Ben.
Oh, Ben's got a trailer song.
My voice
Here
is.
comes old Ben with a trailer song, everybody.
Come on, Harvey Firestein, give us a song.
Yeehaw!
Come on, Harvey Firestein.
Yeah, that's
That's what
your
you
voice
sound
right
like.
now. Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
sound like Harvey
Listen,
Firestein.
don't worry about what I gotta do. I sing a trailer song for you.
Come on, let's go with the trailer song. Sing it to the tune of something we know.
What was that voice?
It's my encouraging MC.
The singing the kind of a
Give it
Rodney,
a something-
kind
A
of
little bit of Rodney
little
Dangerfield.
Rodney Dangerfield.
But also a little bit of Barney from the Flintstones.
And
Hey,
Andrew Dice Clay. Oh!
Let me think.
That's what we just gave you time to do.
No,
Like,
we vamped for you to think.
Yeah,
by the way.
seriously.
That's the whole point of us
yeah,
like
we're
doing
not
the funny
just
bits
fucking
that we
just,
do.
You know, they're
Like,
slurping
we
up
can't
your
just keep on thinking of funny
Jacky
bits all the
D.
time.
Fucking-
Oh, Jackie D.
Okay, yeah.
And the weekly top 40s.
Why don't,
There,
you know,
he
why
gave
don't-
you something.
Why don't you sing it? Why don't you sing a song and I'll join in?
No, that's not how this works, buddy.
No, you know
You've
this.
had 6 weeks to recover.
No, I haven't.
By the way, you also know you can't join in. I join in. That's the thing that Brad and I
Yeah,
do.
Nate's the mix master.
I don't like this.
Just do the song.
Nobody has to feel like it.
And you know what? I think that's kind of the problem. Nobody ever asks me, hey, do you actually really mind? Because I do. I do mind.
Oh, about the songs?
Yeah.
No, we know.
It's
you
every
don't.
time.
No, we
Yeah,
know.
we
you
don't
mind.
care.
No, we know that. No, all the listeners know.
So
We
you
all
know and you don't care.
No, this
no,
is not a safe
nobody
space.
cares.
This is
Nobody
not a
cares.
safe space.
No, we've
It's a
designated this
very aggressive space.
Yep.
Seriously.
Yep.
Jeez, oh, Pete.
Just sing the fucking song.
I don't know what song to sing.
Any song.
about a trailer.
You would have been so mad at me. I was literally just going to do the
Trailer.
trailer.
You piece of shit.
Because he's so panicked. It's like an abuse.
It really is a triggering thing.
I don't know.
I don't know what to do. It's trailer time with Brad and Nate. Some are good and some are great. We have good times watching movie films. Please let me off so I don't have to do this anymore.
It's really sad. This is the worst jazz club I've ever been to.
Don't know what to say or do. Please let's move along for you. My voice keeps cracking because I'm still sick. You guys are really mean, and it makes me feel like ick.
Oh, I thought you guys are really,
I
being really
just said-
dicks.
I just
Yeah,
said Dick
look at
was
that.
right there. You-
Yeah,
it's
again,
right
I'm
there.
not good at this.
This
We
feels like a
established
lost Chris Farley character.
Yikes.
All right. Well, we have a couple trailers.
Yes, we're going to talk about a couple fun trailers. Ooh, have you ever had fun with the movies?
You don't even remember what they are. That's what this is.
Venom, The Last Dance.
Oh, where can my Venom be?
This movie looks bonkers.
This movie looks every bit as silly as what you've come to expect from Venom. I love seeing Eddie and Venom just going on trips and having disagreements.
Alex, what do you think about the first two Venoms, and are you excited to see the third?
I am very excited to see the third Venom, and I enjoyed the first two. They were surprisingly funny. The first one I think blew everybody away with like, well, if they like, I can remember I think on this podcast talking about like, well, if they can be that funny again, and like that's the tone they're going for, then they might have like done a good deed with Venom.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's going to work out, right? That trailer is
They've at least
Batshit.
learned to really lean into it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're really into the bromance side of things and like just having this like interesting dynamic.
end.
Yeah, exactly. Like they the fact that they have a quick little like foggy flashbacks while they're
Yeah.
having their bro moment.
We've really been together for
Yeah.
a long time.
We've been together through thick and thin, Eddie.
Do you remember when you ate cereal?
So, do you think this film is going to connect to No Way Home at all?
I don't know if it'll connect to No Way Home, but part of me wonders if they might eventually lean into having Tom Hardy's Venom meet Tom Holland's Spider-Man, which I think would be a lot of fun.
Because Tom Hardy just signed up for the fourth Spider-Man, right?
What?
Like, didn't he just
Oh,
sign
Tom
up?
Holland did.
What did I say? Tom
You said
Hardy?
Tom Hardy.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, Tom
No,
Holland.
it's
Breaking
confusing.
news.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like what?
Tom Holland just signed up to be Spider-Man again.
Yeah, by Destin Daniel Cretton, who did Shang-Chi. So we'll see. You know, I mean, Tom Holland's great as Spider-Man. I don't know what their story is necessarily. But yeah, it would be cool if they could end up tying Venom into it, having be part of the MCU, even if it's just as a quick little
and let's
gimmick.
be honest, it's going to be extremely difficult to beat what was ostensibly the one of the greatest Marvel movies ever.
Yeah, of course.
No Way Home is incredible.
No Way Home is fantastic. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with Spider-Man. It would be cool if it was Venom, but either way, The Last Dance looks like it's just going to be
It's
fun.
just
A fun trilogy
a
capper.
raucous ride.
Yeah.
Cristo Fernandez is the bartender in No Way Home where he appears, and he is credited already in this next.
And there's a quick shot of what happens in the first trailer where you can see him in the bar because
So there's going to be some connection, but whether or not
it's that scene where they show
they're not ignoring it.
part of the symbiote got left behind in one of the dimensions that he jumped into. And that's where it ends, but it doesn't really seem like it's going to lead.
Is
into anything.
this the final part of a trilogy? Where
I think so. I think that they're intending to wrap it up.
This is Tom Hardy saying goodbye to this character. You
And
think?
yeah, I mean, as far as like for his own movies, I think that they could still utilize Venom elsewhere, maybe. But
Yep. Okay. So,
Yeah.
all right.
He's got to go back to the bush.
There's always a dump truck you can fill with money.
That's
so,
I agree with you, Alex. Like
people love money.
I do. I mean, right? You put
Yeah.
$30 million in front of me.
I'll be Venom as many times as you'd like me to be Venom.
Exactly.
You can put 50,000 in front of me, and I'll play Venom right now.
Yeah.
Listen, man, you play Venom for free.
That's a good point. Yeah, I'm worthless.
Interesting.
You know what I liked in that trailer? I liked the flapping noises of Venom's lips while he was attached to the side of the plane.
Yeah,
And like he looks in the window and you can
yeah.
like that's some good Foley work.
Let me say
That's why I go to the movies.
interesting part about this film is the budget is $110 million. Still a lot of money, but it's not the $200 to $250 million budgets we've been talking
Yeah,
about.
exactly.
So
That actually seems, and I'm not joking, that seems kind of reined in.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. And so you could do $300 to $350 million on this film and still make money, right? And so I'm hoping that's the way things are going a little bit, that they can rein some of those in so that people aren't expecting, they're making these $200 million films. And they're
Because you have to remember,
making,
even a $100 million film has probably another $50 to $100 million in marketing.
I don't know if it's that much, but it's a lot, though. Yeah,
a lot of times it is about the budget of the film on these huge tentpole films to get it out there. It's nuts.
Yeah, it's a lot of marketing money.
Yep.
But I'm down to see this silliness as soon as it's out.
Are you more excited about this or Kraven the Hunter?
Oh, this for sure.
I'm craving some Kraven.
When is Kraven the Hunter coming out, and why has it come out yet?
November, is it? October?
I think it's November. But I mean,
December.
They've
now.
moved it so many
December
times
now.
At one time,
It's a Christmas Day release.
At one
now.
time,
Yeah.
time they pushed it because they swapped the release date with something else that I think was going to be ready sooner, that they wanted to strike while the iron was hot. Then it got pushed back again because they needed to shift
Borderlands.
things because of the strike.
Borderlands.
Yeah, okay, so this is the release schedule. It was initially scheduled to release on January 13, 2023.
Yeah.
Then October 6, 2023.
Yeah.
Then August 30th, 2024.
Yeah.
And as of now, December 13th,
2027.
2024.
Oh.
Aaron Taylor Johnson was a teenager when they made this film.
Yeah.
That's not true.
That's really funny.
But yeah, I don't really have much more than a passing interest in Kraven the Hunter. Like I'll see it.
I'll see
I mean, it must
Yeah.
not be any good. Right? I mean, honestly, like
No,
good.
I don't think it's been.
Too good.
I don't think it's been delayed because it's bad necessarily.
2 years.
But it's not all the movie's fault though. A big part of the delays was because of the strike that lasted for almost a year.
I mean, there's been a lot of time to release it. I mean, we've had months where we're like, there's nothing really releasing this.
No, I know, but they swapped things around because of what the strike did to the schedule.
They're thinking, listen, we got something so good here. We got to just make sure that it's going to go out.
I just feel
Yeah,
like if
Kraven
it was
with a,
the
good,
with
Hunter.
a good run up. You know,
I feel like if it was
that marketing budget, we have to have billboards for months.
Listen, if you do
There's gonna be
Kraven
a
right,
McDonald's tie-in.
you
I'm
can bring
Da,
Morbius
da, da,
back.
da, da. I'm craving it.
No, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
It's a White
that was
Castle
good.
tie-in.
See, why
It's a
don't you
White
do that
Castle
more often?
tie-in.
Why don't I do that?
Wait.
It's a Kraven case.
Why don't I do what more?
What was that?
What the fuck? No, leave that in. What
Why?
the? No,
Why?
we're leaving that in.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
You looked like you were adrift at sea, and you were waving your arms like you were looking for a life vest that was never going to
I
come.
raised my hands. I was going, hold on, wait.
like you fell off a cruise ship.
That's how I feel. I felt adrift.
Whoa.
We're leaving that in. I'm not joking. That's hilarious.
You don't get to decide. You haven't edited an episode since '82.
It's true.
You're not wrong. Episode 82 was the last edit, and it was bad.
He left in all the coughs.
Yep.
He like
I added more.
He let it run while he went to the bathroom.
I coughed and then put that in.
He recorded new sounds of him snoring.
Yep. I recorded myself sleeping.
Yeah, it was a real shit show.
Yeah. Episode 82. Check it out when you can.
Hey, speaking of shit
Real
show,
low point for us.
Uh-oh, Alex has something to say.
well, we watched another trailer.
Oh, we did watch another trailer. That's
Yeah.
Hey, Alex.
The kids.
Good you're here, by the way.
They-
'cause you
the-
keep
No,
us
I thought
on-
he had something else to say.
The children, they yearn for the mines.
They do. They yearn.
Not since the days of child labor have they yearned for the mines.
My girlfriend's children are 7 years old and 10 years old. All they want to do every day, all day, is play Minecraft. That's all they want to do.
Right.
Every conversation is about Minecraft. I know what a freaking nether thing is.
Well, I would hope so.
Whatever. I know what a
Creeper.
They got a
Yeah.
creeper. Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Alex and Steve are things. I don't get it, but they seem to enjoy it.
Well, it takes place in a world that is pixelated and comprised of blocks.
Yeah, and they just love breaking those blocks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this isn't for us, right? Like, it's very clearly like,
Yeah, because this
like
isn't even.
100% not for us.
It doesn't even feel like they're trying
No.
really. Maybe the presence of Jason Momoa kind of like pushes
But
that.
what
But
does that look? I don't know what that is.
well, that's the thing. Like, I don't know what his character is, and it doesn't feel like something like the Lego Movie where there's like an entry point
No.
for everybody, in some kind of way. And the humor itself doesn't even seem like it's working.
the
on a
Minecraft
level.
movie does not
doesn't.
care about me. It does not care about
Yeah.
So Jack Black and Jason Momoa being in this film, is that just so that adults know that it's a real movie and not just some kind of knockoff?
Well, I mean that, and I think those are the kind of actors that do have some star power and
sure.
might get adults to turn their heads and be like, "Oh, they're in this, so maybe this is worth watching."
you. And kids like them. Like, kids
Yeah,
can
they're
identify
goofy.
Jack
They're
Black.
goofy.
Oh,
and,
yeah, for sure.
And Jason Momoa.
Aquaman.
We
yeah.
we watched this trailer with Rune and Ender, and when Jack Black appeared, before they said, "Oh, that's Steve," they both whispered, "Oh, that's Steve,"
That's Steve.
because of the blue shirt. They knew.
It's Steve.
Then they were curious. Where's Alex, the
Yeah.
second most popular character, nowhere to be found
No
in the
Alex.
trailer?
She'll probably be in there later.
They were very concerned, though. They were.
I still think it's going to be Chris Pratt.
Does Alex have huge block boobs?
Oh, they're yeah. It's what Minecraft is known for. It's those square titties.
Like Laura Croft level
Yeah.
block titties.
Yes, exactly.
That's staying in.
Because I remember when that first came up, and like Tomb Raider, you
Oh,
popped,
it's so realistic.
you popped it in, and you're like, oh,
Oh,
man.
you popped it in already.
I bet you
Wow,
did.
she's so hot. There's 8-bitty titties. And I was like,
Eight bitty titties.
what are we doing here?
It's the sequel.
It was so terrible.
It's what's interesting about this film is it's directed by Jared Hess, who him and his brother
Napoleon
had a
Dynamite.
huge hit with
Yeah.
Napoleon Dynamite, but they haven't they did Nacho Libre, right? Another decent film, but last 10 years haven't really.
They've
done
been doing
a
some TV stuff.
ton.
They've been doing some TV stuff.
What'd they do?
Some TV stuff.
Yeah.
Muscles and Mayhem.
Don't you
and
remember
Unauthorized
Mr.
Story.
Woodcock, the TV
No,
series starring
no.
John Heder?
No, they were the ones behind the American Gladiators documentary series.
Oh.
Yeah, but
One of
that's
them,
what-
anyway.
That's what I'm saying. That's what they've done. So now we're gonna give them Minecraft. It just seems like
It was the kind of movie where they just needed a director who was going to do what they wanted.
I think that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
They have an idea. The company,
Or maybe Hess is just a big Minecraft fan. Maybe he gets
Oh, wait.
it.
Sure.
here I'm looking at Wikipedia. It says they had other directors in mind: Sean Levi,
Oh,
Sean
sure,
Levy.
yeah.
Levy.
I'm sure, yeah.
I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
You know what? We really wanted Guillermo del Toro, but he
Rob-
passed for some reason.
Rob McElhenney,
Ron Howard.
and
Oh yeah,
Peter-
Rob
McElhenney?
Yeah, Rob McElhenney was supposed to do it at one point.
and then Peter Solid were initially hired to direct, and then they all backed out eventually. And so
Yeah, I wonder why.
Well, it's a tough nut to crack.
Not really. You use a pickaxe. Fuck you. That's a good joke.
Similar to Lego, I wonder what the story is because there isn't like a big narrative in Minecraft, is there, Alex?
that's why I didn't.
No, I don't know. I don't play Minecraft.
Oh, I thought you would know because of your kids.
They like it, but it doesn't seem to have a narrative.
Not
that
really.
My
I
kids
like.
like it because they hang out with their friends on Minecraft.
Yeah,
Right?
everyone builds their own things and
they
like
get
attack
to-
each other.
It's like a
and-
social place for my kids.
My kids graduated to Fortnite, and
Yeah.
they haven't
Yep.
really been in the Minecraft
So
space
we
for a
don't
long time.
allow them to go online with the
Sure.
Minecraft stuff because we're scared that they're going to be like,
Yeah,
hey,
no.
little boy, let me talk to you.
I don't think one of my
No,
sons
no,
has
that's Brad.
My name is Sticky LaFleurs.
Ben's like, Ben tells him we have pedophiles at home.
Yeah. You don't need to go on the internet for
I had
that.
to go to the internet for that.
Let me cut your hair again.
We're an American family.
I hope you die in your sleep. I hope you don't wake up tomorrow.
Let me cut your
It's a
hair.
shitty thing to say. I love those boys. You can go fuck yourself.
Yeah, we know.
Fuck you. I do think though that like the kids are still really into it, even though they don't have an online presence. So they love the idea of it's the rarity. Like they mine things, and like
Yeah.
every once in a while something happens. Where like, oh, that's a rare thing that I got, and that's what kind of it's a variable payout.
What's a
slot
rare
machine.
thing in Minecraft?
Diamonds.
Diamonds.
Oh.
And like other like rare gems and things
Can
like
come up
that.
with something a little more clever.
I mean, they don't need
I
to.
mean, they don't have a lot of redstone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that work for
Also,
you?
though,
Minecraft's not interesting. It's
Summoner
terrible.
weird.
Redstone.
it's
It's a
weird,
terrible
though.
basis for a movie.
You build things and like they build these like things, and then like Rune will be like, Ender, come here, look what I built, and it's this kind of blocky looking
Yeah.
house, right? And you literally put a bed in there,
Yeah.
and like a lockable chest of drawer.
Yeah.
It's just
What happens if you take a lady in there?
It's like
it's like The Sims, I guess.
Oh,
But
yes.
The Sims is better, though. That's
The
what I'm
Sims
like.
is- yeah.
I'm just saying The Sims is better. But I'll say this though: the day it came out, my son Finn texted me, "Hey, did you see the Minecraft trailer?" So I mean,
they're
kids-
talking about it, sure.
Yeah, they're talking about it, right?
Well, actually,
Yeah.
Anything that gets the kids to pay attention and stop jerking off.
we were in the living room jerking off, and we said, "Hey, come." In. So like Ashley went and got the boys and said, "Hey, do you want to?" Did you guys know there's a Minecraft trailer? They both stopped whatever they were doing. They were like, "What?" And they ran out to watch it with us. Clearly, they're going to want to see this no matter what.
Oh yeah.
You
yeah,
know?
they finally found a way to get these kids to put their screens down
To
and
watch
to
a
pay
big screen,
attention
to a big
with their
screen.
family.
Here's the Warner Brothers Pictures premise. They've released a premise for the film. It says 4 misfits: Garrett the Garbage Man Garrison, Henry, Natalie, and Dawn find themselves struggling with ordinary problems when they are suddenly pulled through a mysterious portal into the overworld, a bizarre cubic wonderland that thrives on imagination. To get back home, they'll have to
Alex,
master this
ugh.
world and protect it from evil things like piglins and zombies, while embarking on a magical quest with an unexpected expert crafter, Steve. Together, their adventure will challenge all 5 to be bold and reconnect with the qualities that make each of them uniquely creative, the very skills they need to thrive back in the real world.
That does not sound
Good.
It does not.
You guys have to know that the title for Minecraft was inspired by Mein Kampf.
Oh wow! Wow!
Now that sounds good.
Yikes! I want to watch that movie. I will say so. Like the boys draw the Minecraft characters all the time, just on they doodle, and of course their favorite game is like, "Hey Ben, what do you think this one's called?" And it looks like a skeleton.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Oh, is it skeleton?" No, it's ether skeleton.
Good.
This
Yeah.
one's zombie skeleton. They're all just versions of a skeleton.
It's an Ender Dragon.
They all have like very nuanced little differences, and of course, this is a 7-year-old drawing it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why? I don't know that that's a hat. It just it looks like a fucking spike, Ender. What do you want from me here? Well, no, it's got a hat on. No, it doesn't. You draw a better hat.
Ben, what is this? I don't
Now,
know.
go to bed.
Block tits.
Where are the black tits?
Hey, who's the hot lady you're drawing?
What's that? You got Laura Croft in there? I'll raid that tomb.
That's enough.
That's what I said.
Stop
man.
being gross.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Way to ruin Minecraft.
Way to ruin Minecraft.
Well, those are the trailers we watched.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you guys, but these movies sound like a real hoot.
I'm pumped.
Real hootenanny.
I'm ready for crafting mines and dancing with Venom.
Gonna hoot and holler all the way to the theater.
Gonna hoot and holler to the theater. We're gonna hop in our trucks and hit the road. We got our popcorn and our butter too, and we're gonna see a movie with our friends too.
You just
bring
read
your own
2 with
popcorn
2.
and butter?
Yeah.
You rhyme 2 with 2, and you make fun of me for my stupid songs.
Look at your face.
What does that even mean? We're 2 to 2 and coming down through with 2 and 2.
You can't even create your own melody. All you do is just coffee shop rap.
Trailer time.
Where's
See,
your-
Alex knows.
I will
Oh,
say
yeah,
that
I
song
know.
does stick in your head.
It
does.
I've-
It's catchy.
How's your big cappuccino,
Trailer
Chet?
time. Trailer time with Ben and Nate. Trailer time, and it's gonna be great. There's nothing
that's
wrong
the
with
song.
that.
I'm not gonna lie, I've had that song stuck in my head at times. in my
And
life.
there it is. You're all fucking welcome.
For
Hey
what?
guys, thanks for being here, Alex. Sorry
Hey,
we
no, it's
put
great.
you to sleep halfway through.
Guys, we're sorry that it took us so long to get this episode out. Ben's body is just crippled.
It really, it's not good. You shouldn't.
Bad case of the gout.
You should not even look at it at this point.
Yeah, it's
Avert your eyes if you see me in public. Something will get sick on you.
yeah.
It is.
Basically, the reason Ben has a family now is because he needs the support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can't get from the bed to the bathroom
I
without being held.
do finally have people that will watch me on my deathbed, which will be in about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Built-in hospice care is
Yep,
what you're
I
going
love it.
for.
I love
And we should be back with another episode in October some point.
Come on, man.
No, we should be back in a good groove now. We'll be back next week with another episode.
We'll see.
You fucker. You fucker. We're gonna be assigning some movies here. We're gonna get back on track.
I need that movie. I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Should all watch Hackers.
So I need that movie.
You're not gonna watch tonight, you worthless piece
Well,
of
no,
shit.
it's only 9:30.
I don't care.
It's
You're gonna
9:30. You're going to bed.
Yeah.
That's
you're a
enough time for
family
you to watch
man.
1/3 of a movie.
You'll watch the
Thank you, Alex.
No, he'll get through the opening credits and he'll fall asleep.
He's like, I'm almost done with
Not
this
if they're
film.
exciting credits.
Alex has got my back. Why don't you have my back? You know,
Oh no, I hate the way you watch movies.
For the record.
I just know that's how you do it.
Wait, well, let's. Nate watches them on his phone.
No, he doesn't. He's got TV.
I got TV. I got television.
We used to say that about him, and we would make fun of him.
Yeah, but no, we're all tired of that. All right.
Yeah, we're sick of that.
What is going on right now?
He eventually got a television.
exactly.
You still watch the
you
movies wrong.
still have gout.
Yeah.
That's the second reference to my gout you've made tonight.
Well,
I don't think that's appropriate.
do something about it.
Well,
Yeah.
I do. I take allopurinol, 400 milligrams every day.
maybe you should cut back on the soda flavored cookies, though.
Seriously.
And you know
Talk
that's
to your
not,
doctor.
You know that's not my fault. You know that's not my fault. I carry around this vat of green liquid as per the commercial to indicate that I have gout. And you all know this.
Yuck.
There was a commercial. that
I
had that.
know.
Okay, well, I'm just saying.
I've seen it.
Can you guys do your best impression of a vat of green liquid? Putting your hand to it would be like that.
Oh.
That's more goopy. I think it'd be more like acid. Like,
No.
Oh.
What do you
No, I was thinking about goop.
No, it's just regular goop.
Like
Just a goop.
Yeah.
no,
That's pretty good.
The vat is full of uric acid.
Alex, you got one for us?
Acid.
You pissed in the jar?
All right. Yeah, I like that.
All right.
What is that? I don't know what
What
that
do you
is.
got that?
I said it's acid, so it's more like a.
No, but it's not. It's you said you carry around a vat of green goo.
That's what
Yeah.
gout is. Gout is acid, right?
Goo,
it's
goo
uric
is-
acid.
Goo has to be at least more viscous.
Welcome to Medical Corner, where you guys are all fucking morons.
I
It's
thought it was-
it's uric
Don't
acid.
you feel like goo needs to be like
Yeah,
a more?
goo,
of a-
goo needs
It's
to have
not
like a
goo.
Yeah, it needs
It's
to have
a-
like a chunk sound to it almost.
It's not goo.
You
It's not.
said-
It's not ectoplasm. It's a liquid acid.
Well, it's not gonna make a sound when you put your hand in it.
Like it's burning your skin
No,
off.
but that's not the
No,
sound
yeah,
it makes.
yeah.
It's just like
We're talking about the
Swish,
sound of like
swish,
the
swish,
the
swish,
material.
swish,
Yeah.
swish.
Swish,
like
swish,
the,
swish.
the
Swish,
gel that you used in like
Swish.
7th grade.
Well, for other purposes.
Yeah, you know the
Don't
cock,
use hair gel for that.
the cock gag.
I learned that lesson one time.
Oh yeah.
I had styled pubes for like a week and a half. That's the dumbest thing I've ever said on this
Teenage boys. are
I've
gross.
said dumb shit, and that's the dumbest shit I've ever said on this podcast. I had styled pubes for a week and a half because I did it with hair gel.
Yeah, that makes sense though.
Yeah, that fits.
And your sticky dick.
You and your sticky dick. This is off the rails. At least it took this long to get this far.
Yeah. All right. End this
Well,
thing.
hey guys, Alex, sincerely, thank you for being here. As always, true friend of the pod. Brad was here. Nate, thanks for being here, buddy. I love you very much.
Dude. I love you.
And we'll talk to you guys next time. We will. We'll be back very soon. We love you
see.
all. Like, subscribe, share this wherever you can. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Nah, cheating, eh?